it's been a hot topic in the AFL with slings and things like that. It certainly wasn't a sling at all. It was like their legs slipped out from underneath each other, and then just the full weight of Gibbons, who had laid the tackle, just fell straight on top of him, which is unfortunate with the way how they hit the ground.
Bingley around the grounds. North Albury lead Wodonga 1-3-9 with a goal to Josh Minogue, and the Bulldogs, they are on 1 straight 6 with a goal to Adam Jorgensen. Here at the Albury Sports Ground, if you just joined the broadcast, Max Byrne is out with what we believe to be a suspected concussion injury. The Albury Tigers trail 0 goals, 2-2 to Yarawonga, 1-1-7 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Monty, we're going to have to tread water a little bit here, but if the phone call has been made, this is really not good for business.
No, definitely not. They were pretty concerned straight away. The two girl trainers there for
There's
Albury.
a vehicle getting moved out of the road at the moment, Mont, on the far side of the ground. A blue ute, I suppose. That's obviously for an access to the ground. And just trying to repeat, I believe that there was a call for a ball up.
Yep,
so and he had Max Byrne had no prior opportunity. Mickey Gibbons came in quickly, applied that strong tackle, and then as I said, they both sort of fell to the ground. So, now we're just, it's been handled really well so far. The umpires are there, but both players are split up. If you're listening at home, and both player groups are split up. And it's a bit of a waiting game now. What were we? We've gone 14 and a half minutes now, so that probably happened about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, it would have happened a good 5 minutes ago now, definitely. So, just hopefully everything's all right with Max out there at the moment. Obviously, he's in very good care with the Albury trainers at the moment, but just have to wait and see at the moment. Obviously, as Gus rightfully said, looked like one of the female trainers for Albury was straight onto the phone, so not too sure if it was an ambulance or something like that's being called, but just have to wait and see, Gussie.
Boys, with an indefinite break in
play on a stretcher
now.
He's on a stretcher now, Gus.
Moving him now, boys.
So they're take him off the ground. That's okay.
That's a better sign that there's going to be stretchered from the ground. So it'll be.
So we'll get back into play. That's okay. I was going to potentially look at crossing to the other game if this is going to be an indefinite break, but it looks like young Max Byrne is being taken from the ground, and let's hope that everything's okay. Monty, for the Newmarket Hotel, I think we can safely say that young Max Byrne won't be taking the field here again, and Albury down to 3.
Definitely not. You see the Yarawonga trainers are helping him out as well, and he's got hold of his head as well, so maybe obviously a bit of concern about the neck with just the way it hit the ground. So
and there was no remonstrating either from the Albury players. It's just unfortunately one of those things that can happen in the game of football like that, when you get body contact sport and you slip and fall. It's it's just one of those things. So, and Michael Gibbons straight away, one of the first things he did, he went over and he was, wanted to check on young Byrne, see how he was going and whatnot. So we just see Maxi Byrne, he's just about off the ground now. The trainers have got him over on the club room side of the ground, so he'll be going up the race into the Albury club rooms. And we're about to resume first quarter action for A-grade oils and batteries. 16 and a half minutes gone on the clock, but we've probably lost...
We've lost 11.
Really?
Yep.
In that time. There you go. Right, Gussie, all yours, my friend.
So we're back away here at the Albury Sports Ground. Wheeler applies a good tackle and will ball the footy up. Bit of an ear across the Albury Sports Ground at present, with Max Byrne being taken from the ground with a stretcher. We send our thoughts to young Max and his family. Muller brought it to ground level for the Tigers. On hands and knees as Hillary tries to get it to Jones. Williams chops out. Fothergill tracking it towards the boundary line. It spills out of bounds for a boundary throw-in deep in the pocket for Yarawonga. Monty, the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, obviously from this stoppage, they're going to try and really get on the move here, the Yarawonga forwards. Gibbons is obviously trying to lay a block off. Will will be the guy that will be their hit too.
In it goes, Muller. Gee, that's a good knock. He's hit that about 25 metres straight to Grills. Clever tap to Elliot Powell. Powell had one bounce, had his second bounce, chased down by Morey, kicks it long down line. Benny Kelly on the chest. He's going to get a free kick. Ben Kelly, an advantage real note. They're going to come back. So
they paid the mark.
Yeah, good umpiring there by Warwick Henderson. Brings play back. So true centre wing, Benny Kelly slides a handball to Powell. We'll get his 40 wing stats shortly, Brad. Powell plays on, kicks down the line, netball pocket, kicks got a good one, and it's marked by Bailey Thornfelder. If you've just joined us, Yarawonga 7, lead the Albury Tigers 2. Those 40 wing stats freaky off on Elliot Powell.
Yeah, he's up to 6 disposals already on the 40 wing stat sheet, so he's lighting it up early.
Yarawonga come out to the swimming pool side, and it's in the hands of Willie Wheeler for Yarawonga. He right foot kicks inboard, finds Cam Wilson. Overlap to Pendergast, and Pendergast's kick is delicate towards Coburn. Well done by O'Brien. And more of an appeal for kicking in danger. Gains about 20 metres and will ball the footy up in front of Monty, who's just picked up a 40 wings disposal.
I've got that one down. There we go, Monty.
Put it down, please. Thank you.
One for Mont.
Monty, one.
Nice little
when you were
throw in.
Andrew and Freaky, how many touches did you have last week?
You might get another one here, Monty. Green, the ball's coming back.
Whistle's going to come in.
Look after me.
Now, this young man here, the boundary umpire, he gets a lot of height. What he's looking for here, Gus, is more depth, and he's got it. Have a look at that. That is superb bounce back from the young man. Tommy O'Brien, centre wing, through traffic. No problems, Tom O'Brien. Kicks it to half forward. And out the back here, looks like it'll be Tyson. He defends well, kicks it long down. Casey got a push. Gilmore pushed him in the back, and they all missed it. Stevie J didn't. He spotted it. And Gilmore's got it at half back, and he'll kick it long down the line. But Gus hasn't got a lot of options on, so he just pumps it to half forward. Ball comes to ground, and Einspawn first to it. Can't get at it. Now's Elliot Powell. Good work. Underground handball. Howell's there for Yarawonga. Quick handball to Irvine. Smothered off the hand pass. Out over the boundary line. It'll be a boundary throw in. We have gone 12 minutes, Gus. And Yarawonga lead 7-2.
We've actually gone 19, Big Mac. The clock on the scoreboard's a little bit delayed.
Did it stop for that?
No, never started in time, Big Mac.
Okay.
19 minutes gone. The term will go at least 35, I dare say. Here's a go in the centre of the ground for Gaynor. Coburn now for the Pigeons, wrapped up by Bryden Hodgson. Umpires paid a free kick for holding the footy. It's coming the other way of Bryden Coburn. Just behind true centre for Yarawonga. He wants to play on and go clubroom side. Dangerous kick in the Gibbons direction. Well done, McMenamin. He's got a big job today on the former Carlton Blue. Wontagong Jim wrapped up in a tackle. Here's McMenamin now for the Tigers. On to Hillary and on to Wontagong once again. Alex Jones goes by hand. Back to Jimmy Grills. He's had 3 in 30 seconds. Over the top, back towards Alex Jones. Underground handball. Cam Wilson comes in, applies some pressure, and will ball the footy up. Well done by Yarawonga. Saves some pretty slick footy from the Tigers.
Jimmy Grills up to 5 disposals on the 40-wing statue. There's Gussie touch there. He was linked up in that play there. Nick Fothergill is up to 4 disposals for the Yarawonga Pigeons.
He was out last week, girls. He gets what he was doing. What? Polo cross. That polo cross season kicks in around this time, so he's back today, though, the big fella. And it's Isaac Muller. Has the free kick. Centre wing, clubroom side of the ground. Kicks it across the ground. Gilmore might run onto this. He a little bit late reading it. Chance for Casey. Handball over the top to Fothergill was okay. Back to Casey. Got rid of it in a hurry. Curry's thereabouts. Here's a go for King. He got a boot on. He did it really well. Einspawn at half back. Got it. Handball it to Ryan Bruce. Got it back to Angus Curry. And Gilmore took him over the boundary line and drove him into the turf. Right in front of all those Yarawonga spectators, and I'm sure Hamish Gilmore will be getting a little bit of feedback about that. Boundary throw in, 14 minutes gone. Albury 2 behind, Yarawonga 1-1-7. Here's Gus.
For McRae Motors, Howe got held.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a free kick advantage to Wiley. He gets it on, finds a teammate in Nyholm, raking handball over the top. It's going to work out okay. Gibbons brings it over the top towards Urquhart. Urquhart goes inside, 50 for Yarawonga. Conlon and Williams. Williams and Conlon. Losing his feet was Williams. Lucas Conlon gets amongst the action now. Ball's at ground level. Well done by Hodgson. On to Jesse Wilson. Dangerous kick inboard. Willie Wheeler went straight through Wontagong Jim, but it was all fair. Gaynor exits defensive 50. Kicks out to the clubroom side, but it's got too much for Big Ben Kelly. And Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. That was a big heavyweight clash of the Titans.
It was, wasn't it? Right there with Willie Wheeler coming through with that arm. But all they wanted to do was keep it inside 50. And the forward lines are putting a lot of pressure on. They're not getting a lot of free movement. It's reducing the footy at both ends of the ground.
Ultimate fasteners, tough nut contender there for Wontagong Jim. Nick Irvine, slick handball. Got it on to Wheeler. Kicks it long. Harry hit Conlon. Sort of shoved him out of the road a bit, Williams. Chance for Gilmore. And it's kicked off the ground. And it'll be a rush behind for Yarawonga. 1-2-8. Lead the Albury Tigers 2 behinds. That's first quarter action for A-Rod, Alls and Batteries.
Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Keep an eye on this footy. It looks like a gridiron boil. It looks very, very pointy.
It does. Yeah, I was thinking that early on, actually, and the kicking hasn't been fantastic either.
It's been poor.
Extraordinary pick-up from Gus.
Yeah, got the binoculars. Monty, they're working. Hillary kicks long down the ground, trying to find Elliot Powell. Doesn't sit for it and spills out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Lee Masters there, just taking a bit of frustration out on Elliot Power because him and Luke Daly have been battling very hard down there. And Yeah, there's a bit going on off the ball, that's for sure.
Defensive tagging role, do you think, from
Very much so,
Daly?
yes. Defensive forward, he plays that role well and he antagonises the crap out of the forward backman. Oh.
Gussie, I'll take it. Garlett, beautifully off the clearance. And what a kick. Top of the goal square sort of stuff. And it looks like it is Jacob Conlon. He's going to take the mark. That was lovely work from the clearance. And it'll be Jacob Conlon. Go back and kick his first goal. And this would level the scores at the 16-minute mark. I did have a delay for a while. Young Max Byrne taken from the ground on a stretcher, if we believe looked like a concussion type injury. Conlon, 25 out, directly in front, kick on the way, bang. He just about puts it into the Botanic Garden. So the Tigers get their first. 1, 2, 8 apiece. That's on the Steel Line scoreboard, and this all the action for A-grade oils and batteries. And Freaky for 40 winks. How are those inside 50s looking?
Yeah, Albury needed that goal. They've had the 9 inside 50s compared to Yarawonga's 5 in this first term. They've taken 3 marks inside forward 50 as well, but only be able to hit the scoreboard through the big sticks just for the first time then in this quarter. Jake Gaynor and Elliot Power, the 2 for the Albury Tigers, who've got it busy, and so has Jim Grills. Gaynor's had 5, Elliot Power's had 6 disposals, Grills has had 5, and for the Yarawonga side of things, Nick Fothergill's had 5 disposals, and Willie Wheeler and Mark Wiley have both had 4 disposals each.
So he played 24 minutes on the AT Jones time clock, but a fair bit of time, boys, was taken up with the stretcher being called. Back in the middle, we've got a whistle, and the umpire's going to pay advantage to Yarawonga as Harry Wheeler kicks inside 50. Gibbons trails McMenamin, but the ball sits for him favourably now. Angus Curry gets amongst the action, not quite slick enough. Spencer Jones on to Hamish Gilmore. Incorrect disposal, could have been paid there. Umpire said nothing in it. Clearing kick is intercepted by Willie Wheeler. 75 from Holmes. Willie arcs around, gets to 50, kicks long, kicks towards the top of the square. In fact, he kicks it out of bounds on the full. Not the kick that Yarawonga were looking for. And Monty, you'd expect better from a player like Willie Wheeler.
Absolutely. Probably should have lowered his eyes and looked for one of the key forwards like Williams, who was out on the lead too. So it's one of those things they'll definitely talk about quarter time.
Heine Hennessy over the footy, knocked off the footy. Play on is the call. And it'll be locked down. Umpire Craig Eastick says, give it to me, fellas. Half forward for Yarawonga.
We normally get some people text in to us during the broadcast, Robbie, and I just had one saying, what are the hop chips like at the tuck shop here?
Well, how would we know? We're too busy up here calling the footy.
That's what I'm going to say to him.
Tommy O'Brien ducked his head out of the road. Willie Wheeler punted it into half forward. Gibbons, clever tap on. Who can receive it? Running onto it, snapping at goal and missing from not far out was Coburn. So the Pigeons hit the front by a point as Wilson plays on, kicks in quickly to Jimmy Grills. 9 to 8, Yarawonga lead the Tigers. We've gone 25 minutes. First quarter.
Wontagong's Jim had too much on it for Gaynor, and it's out of bounds 50 metres from home, Monty.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to hit those ones, don't you, when they had their easy kick in, and then you got to hit that next one so that you can transition the footy and get it to the hopefully the wings before you turn it over like they have here. 1
point lead to Yarawonga, thanks to Steel Line on O&M Live. Muller takes it from the ruck and just hacks it forward up towards true centre wing. Good use of the body by Heine Hennessy.
Paid in the back. Paid a push, boys.
Oh, and he's flung it back fairly aggressively to big Whooper Irvine, who kicks inside forward 50. Casey got a late clip. Umpire said nothing in it. Lucas Common on the handball. Tynes McMenamin. And the Tigers just bomb it long down the line. Nyholm's got to be clean. Avoids Masters. Now Garlett comes and wraps him up. Well done by Jeff. Shimmies and shakes and gets the ball inside 50. Wilson's there for the Pigeons. Looks to evade a tackle. The support arrives in Nyholm. Whopper Irvine's got to be clean. He holds on to the Sharon and Jeff Garlett. 2 on 3 defensive efforts. Will ball the footy up 45 from Albury's goal.
There is a bit happening.
Luke Bailey again was the target of the Yarawonga players.
Yeah, and young Tyson there getting involved. He doesn't want a bit of a stoush, young Kyle Tyson. So Warwick Ennison has just restored a bit of order. Ball up, 45 out from the Tigers' goal. Big Howe thumps it out wide of the ground. Here's Wontagong Jim. He's held without the footy. Gaynor wanted the free kick as well. Through traffic, Willie Wheeler was brilliant. Got it to Fothergill. He had to lower his eyes, duck his head, do the whole lot. Not going to get out of that clearance. It is stuck right on centre wing.
Cam Wilson's just coming off, boys. I reckon he's got a bit of trouble. He was on the ground for a long time at that last stoppage and just coming off holding his arm a little bit.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. For 40 winks, Brad Freak, and then it'll be Gus McLeod.
Willie Wheeler up to 7 disposals in this first quarter.
Gaynor handballs out.
Michael Gibbons just showed there his class, and he can play deep, he can play up the ground, but he's good on the lead. He held his body and then just took off, and Lee Williams, with what a kick going inside 50, which shows that he can be really dangerous up the ground as well.
And Lucas Conlon just was nowhere in sight, showing that Lee Williams is more than a one-trick pony. Here's Gibbons kicking to the southern end, the Murray River end of the ground. His right foot kick, he struck the ball okay, but it's across the face for a minor score. I hope we're not in for what we got last week, boys, with a couple of behinds early stages of the second term. The Pigeons lead by 2 points for Steelline.
Gilmore plays on from the kick in, thumps it long. Heiner Hennessy's a target. Irvine did well from behind, knocked it to ground. Now they've got numbers at the fall of the ball. Einspine got the ball jarred out. Gee, coming through quick there. Might have been King for Albury Tigers. It falls out the back to Wiley. Wiley, kick behind the play sort of stuff. Intercept, advantage, real played. Here comes Heiner Hennessy, kicks it towards Conlon. What a fist from Pendergast. It's gone about 35 metres. Intercepted by Muller. That was chopped out though. Here's a chance now for Willie Wheeler. Grabs his ninth possession with a penetrating left foot kick down to Gibbons, who marks. He might be too far out to score, Gibbons.
On again, boys, off the ball.
Big dust up.
A nice old dish up. You keep an eye on that, Gus. I'll keep an eye on Mickey Gibbons, who plays on, arcs around from 50 metres. Gibbons goes long for a goal. Steelline goal of day contender, Mickey Gibbons. They were blown on the wing, and Mickey Gibbons says, stuff it, I'm just going to finish off the footy here. And he gets Yarawonga's second goal. 2-4-16, lead the Tigers 1-2-8. 29 minutes gone on the Steelline clock.
Up to 9 disposals now, Willie Wheeler in his first term. He's been involved at everything. Inside 50s are exactly the same, 11 apiece. And obviously Yarawonga with the 8-point lead at the moment. 3 marks apiece inside 50. Nick Fothergill's also getting busy for the Pigeons. He's up to 5 disposals in his first term on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Elliot Powell's going to need a new jumper soon, I reckon. Monty, he was right amongst that dust up.
He's been in a couple of the dust-ups already, Elliot, so yeah, definitely might need a new one.
30 minutes gone, first quarter action. This one has gone a little bit shorter than what I thought it would. Quarter time sounds at the Albury Sports Ground, and it's a game that is just showing a promise that it will build into something quite nice. Yarawonga lead 2-4-16 to the Albury Tigers 1-2-8. It's on the Steelline scoreboard. Plenty more to come as we build up towards the second term. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor.
able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Much alive.
2AY. Welcome back to the Albury Sports Ground. Quarter time sees the Yarawonga Pigeons holding a lead that I think is that scoreboard correct? 2-4-16 to the Albury Tigers, 1-2-8 thanks to C&B Truck and Bus. Brad Freak, an interrupted quarter. Max Byrne has been stretchered off the ground with what we believe to be a concussion. And you've got the Optus quarter's best.
Yeah, in that first term for the Albury Tigers, Jimmy Grills, I thought his inclusion in the side was going to be a huge plus for the Albury Tigers, and it played out that way in that first term. He was outstanding out on the wing, and I thought Willie Wheeler was simply outstanding for the Yarawonga Pigeons. Him, and as we touched on in pre-game, his and Lockie Howe's connection in the middle of the ground was simply outstanding. And it goes into the 40-wing stat sheet where they had all three centre clearances, and I think Willie Wheeler nearly won all three of them out of the middle of the ground, so their connection was outstanding. The inside 50s and marks inside 50s exactly the same after one quarter, 11 apiece and 3 marks each. The possession stats, we start with the Albury Tigers side of things. We've got Jake Gaynor, Elliot Power, Jim Grills, all on 6 disposals each. Have a look at the Yarawonga side of things as we touch on Willie Wheeler. He's up to the 9 disposals and 5 for Nick Fothergill, who also kicked a goal in that first quarter as well.
Monty, boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Yarawonga are broken. Albury Tigers still remain in their huddle.
Yeah, Sean Daly still just delivering the last messages, but just listen to both huddles, boys. Both very happy with the way they were moving. The footy just thought they needed to be a little bit cleaner. Kicking wasn't quite where it needed to be to the forwards, a bit low. So they just need to make sure that they're hitting their targets. And really the message from Albury was how good the intensity was around the footy. They thought that Willie Wheeler's getting a little bit too much freedom of stoppage, so time to just really tighten up on him if they can, and then see how they go with the ruck battle, because they felt that Isaac was probably just on top, which I don't know if I agree with.
I tend to agree with you, Monty. I think Howie's had the better of the first quarter. Speaking about Willie Wheeler, Freaky, that's been complimented on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, as we touched on, he's up to 9 disposals in that first quarter, and Yarawonga had the 3 centre clearances in that term as well, and I think Willie Wheeler he definitely got 2 of them, so he was dominating in that centre part, as Monty touched on it in pre-game as well, just the connection between Lockie Howe and Willie Wheeler. We've seen it massively over the last 18 months in the Ovens and Murray, and it's just something that other teams haven't been able to stop just yet.
Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Brayden McMenamin had the job on Michael Gibbons when he was forward in the first term, and it looks like he's going to stick with that matchup.
Yeah, on the board definitely showed that. And I saw Luke Packer actually giving him final instructions on body work and that, because a couple of times Gibbo probably got him in a lead with just too much work before the ball actually got kicked, which McMenamin will learn that, because I think he's got a lot of talent, Brayden, but obviously a new role playing one of the deepest forwards.
The other good news too, lads, is Cam Wilson, who came off the ground late in that quarter, looked like a bit of a stinger on the arm.
Yeah, he actually got kneed in the midriff.
In the midriff?
In the
guts?
Yeah,
okay.
So he was just holding the guts, that's why the arm was sort of... Yeah.
Around the grounds, thanks to Bing Lee, Wodonga, 7 straight 42 to North Albury, 1 goal, 5-11. Looks like the winning ways.
Panda will be flat.
Flat as a Port Melbourne garfish.
I couldn't even tell you what that is, Robbie. Wodonga Pumps and Mowers are bringing you the second term here on O&M Live. The Sharon's up in the air. Robbie McKinlay, hit it.
Flat as a Carlton supporter, Gus, if that gives you...
That gives me a bit of context.
Yeah, there you go. Muller got that tap. So Elliot Powell rode it, punted it. There's a bit of space here. Reece King might be first to it. He tapped it over his head. Thornfelder was there, picked up by Heine Hennessy. Back to Reece King. A low worm burner, mopped up by Masters. And he's taken over the boundary in a tackle by Riley Bice. And it will be thrown back in. About 25 around from the Albury Tigers goal. Just started second quarter action, which is for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. And it's Yarawonga 16, Gus, leading Albury 8.
Boundary throw-in, Muller brought it towards Bice, throws on the boot, top of the goal squares where he's headed, and Conlon plays on, runs into the open goal, and that's a dream start for the Albury Tigers. Jacob Conlon's got 2, and the Albury Tigers, they've got 2 as well. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, that's twice now. Ned Pendergast taking front position, the ball's just got over the back. As a young defender, you probably want to be behind, being able to punch it forward, but yeah, it's twice now, so obviously a new position for him as well. He's normally played forward or through the ruck, so that's something that definitely Stevie J will probably send a message out about.
One inside 50 in this second quarter for 1 goal for the Albury Tigers, and also the 1 mark. Elliot Powell early as well, getting an early touch in the second term on the 40-wing stat sheet.
All the ones, Bradley?
All the ones. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, it does. You've got to build it. Build it. In we go again. This time... Muller again tapped it beautifully to Gaynor, quickly kicks to King, and he marks 45 out. Now, the umpire's onto that. He's going to bring empty head back. King goes long. Conlon's a chance again from behind the fist came. Wiley, base of the pack, rode superbly. Angus Curry, Hodgson for Albury. Hodgson might have been held without it. He was, and it'll be Brighton Hodgson on centre wing. Will pump the Tigers back into attack. Yarawonga leads 16-14. 2 minutes gone, second quarter. That's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Great to have your company for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers as Hodgson goes inside, forward 50. King flew high unrealistically, and it's going to be a free kick to Mark Wiley at centre half back for the Pigeons. Wants to come out towards the swimming pool side. The ball sits nicely for the reigning Morris medalist Lee Masters. He chips the ball to Cam Wilson. His 40 wings disposals, please, Bradley.
He's just had his 4th for the game.
Inboard towards empty head Pendergast. That's what the Yarawonga are telling us to call him.
Yep.
Ned, as mum and dad would say. He kicks long down the line trying to find Harry Wheeler. And he marks true centre wing, swimming pool side. Umpire said he'd come off his mark, so he kicks the right boot long down the line. McMenamin went the fist, could have gone the two-handed juke. Falls the way of Willie Wheeler. Here's Fronfelder. He's dangerous here. Bailey kicks a goal. 45 metres out. No trouble for Bailey Fronfelder. And that's the quick response Yarawonga were after. They hit the lead, and they lead by 8 points thanks to Steerline.
That man again, Willie Wheeler, how good is he going today? They were able to get through 3 or 4 Albury defenders there and then give the handball to Fronfelder, who has become one of the most attacking halfback flankers we've seen in O&M for a few years, and he's so dangerous when he gets around goals.
Up to 10 disposals now. Willie Wheeler, only 3 minutes gone in the second term, so he's running hot out there for the Pigeons.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it, Mont? Willie Wheeler's work around the clearance there. Watch that one back on the replay. Enjoy it. Muller again got the tap, and Powell, well, good crafty work there by Wilson. He eventually got his man, and Warwick Anderson said you got rid of it in the incorrect fashion, Elliot. And the free kick will go the way of Cam Wilson. He tracked him a couple of times, and he got him on the third one. It was like Mick Dundee around a crocodile, wasn't it, Duss? Yeah, that's right, Robbie. Wilson kicks it to half forward, and Muller just read the play beautifully and marks it half back, and sweeping handball to McMenamin, back to O'Hara, back to McMenamin, and now he finds Elliot Powell right in the centre of the ground, Gus.
Ripped jumper Powell, plays on at centre half back and kicks to centre half forward. Inside 50, falls the way of Luke Daly. Needs to put some length on Masters. Masters had too much strength, and Daly rode him like a backpack in towards the pocket. Bailey Fronfelder got some work to do. Garlett's amongst the action, and he's taken across the boundary line by Lovell, 45 from home.
Rode him like a backpack. I love it, Gus. Where'd you drag that one from?
Oh, it's just complete utter garbage coming out of my mouth. From McRae Motors, here with Robbie McKinlay on O&M Live.
Very good. Bit of a shallow throw there, but Mullen was okay. Tapped Harry Wheeler from the clearance, kicked it nicely towards centre wing. Willie knocked it over the top. Here's Wilson, a funny old handball. Gilmore's under a pump here. He's got pigeons all over him. It's like Bill Laurie's loft. Gus, there's that many pigeons around him. Oh, happy Gilmore. And Warwick Henderson, still one of the best in the business, Gus. is going to throw it up. He just takes control, gets out of the road. Oh, Howe might have given Muller a bit of a chop around the mush there. Elliott's gone out of bounds. That's right near you, Monty. Can you feel the shout? Go and grab it. Go on.
I can feel.
Go and grab it.
I can feel the tension between Cam Wilson and Elliott Power. That's for sure, boys.
All right, Gus. He's not going to grab it. You grab it.
5 minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock. Boundary throw in true centre wing. Pool side of the Albury Sports Ground. Powell got it inboard towards Gaynor. Wrapped up by Harry Wheeler. It's a Petters Albury player today. Absolutely superb from Harry Wheeler. He's got the footy across centre half back, comes inboard, empty head. In fact, it's Nyholm. He switches the ball, goes out towards Masters. They're going to go clubroom side, Yarawonga. It's a low raking kick on towards Ryan Bruce. Yarawonga are out. They're going to kick inside 50 via Ironspawn. Williams the target. Lucas Conlon too strong. Coburn ran past the footy. Under the pump is Spencer Jones. In fact, it was Gilmore.
Oh, footy got rid of it.
And it's a free kick holding the footy towards Lee Williams, Monty.
Yeah, I thought that one might have hit the boot. I think he's a bit stiff there, Happy Gilmore. But Lee Williams, again, that forward line pressure at both ends of the ground has been fantastic. The defensive six don't have much time to try and transition. Lee Williams needs to kick this one.
He's going to have to go to the check side, is Lee. Not his best kick, to put it nicely. It's missed by about 25 metres out of bounds on the full. 22 plays 14, Yarawonga lead for CMV Truck and Bus. 6.5 minutes gone in the second term.
Riley Bice plays on. He runs across the other side of the ground, goes long. He spotted McMenamin. Angus Curry did well. Almost brought in an extraordinary one-hander. McMenamin mopped up, handball towards Gilmore. Wilson did. Jesse got it to Wollongong Jim. Handball over to Elliott Powell. Centre wing, scoreboard side, clubroom side of the ground. Got it back to Riley Bice. Gee, he's covered a bit of ground. Kick inside forward 50. Irvine got a shocking bounce. Terrible bounce. Garlett's there. I reckon Heiner Hennessy's given away a free kick there. He has. And the Pigeons will take it at half back, Gus. They lead 22-14. 6.5 minutes gone. Second quarter action.
It's a beautiful kick from Harry Wheeler, who finds Angus Curry, who's working into the game nicely. Just as I say that, he turns the football over. The Tigers via Hodgson across half back. Get it towards Hillary, whose kick was smothered off the boot. Morey, did he get pushed in the back? Umpire said no. Coburn kicks inboard and finds Fothergill, who's tied up on the boundary, Monty, but this might suit the little sneaky right footer.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with that breeze, I think he'll just pull it back towards the centre of the goals. But again, that forward line pressure to be able to get the smother and keep the footy inside 50 and get another shot on goal here. It just shows how switched on both. All the small forwards are on the ground today.
He'll be kicking into the breeze slightly, you'd say, Monty?
Into it, basically straight at the breeze. So,
geez, I hope he kicks a drop punt here.
He will, I reckon,
starting his approach where the 50-metre arc meets the boundary line. In front of the heritage-listed grandstand at the Albury Sports Ground. In comes Nick Fothergill. Kick looks pretty good. It's bending, and it's as straight as a dime. Absolutely superb from Nick Fothergill. There's a reason he's coming fifth in the Doug Strang medal race, boys, and that's his second goal for the day.
Yeah, he's up to the 6 disposals as well on the 40 wing stat sheet. He's having an outstanding day, making every possession count. As Gussie touched there, he's becoming a real goal kicker this year for the Yarawonga Pigeons. Elliott Power for the Albury Tigers is up to 3 disposals in the second quarter. So was Riley Bice as well. And inside 50 is well and truly in favour of the Albury Tigers as well. They had 5-3, but Yarawonga just been able to take more advantage of and kicking 2 goals in this term already.
None of that other rubbish, Gus. Just a good old-fashioned drop punt straight through the guts.
21 for the year.
Well, you can't do much more than that, Gus. Kicked beautifully. Vantage rule play. Kelly handballed to Riley Bice. Kicks it to Heiner Hennessy. Went over the back. Conlon swooped on it. This is where he's good. Left foot kick by Conlon. Oh, Masters, you're a beauty. He took a one-handed juggling mark running backwards under pressure and saved possibly a goal. He plays on straight away, drives it to half back, and Wiley from behind takes it out over the boundary line. It'll be thrown in 28-14. The score, Yarawonga lead for the Newmarket Hotel. Here is Monty.
Yeah, Lee Masters, how good grabs that. We love watching him in the air, but even better when he's crafty like that, just the one-hander running back with it. I think he's just, he's up there with one of the most skillful players I think we've seen for a long time.
Did you hear that? Oh,
I heard that. I heard that. I'll tell you what, he's up there.
Oh, that's a man crush if ever I've seen one.
Yeah.
Here's a go for Ironspawn. Kicks out wide. He finds Braden Coburn, who drops a mark he should have taken.
Married with kids, Mont, isn't he?
Oh, maybe not for long. Here's a go for Yarawonga. They're going to come through the centre of the ground. Powell got Wilson in the back of the head. I reckon that's a bit of a square up, Monty.
Yeah, I reckon Powell knew exactly who it was when he did that.
Comes out wide to big Whooper Irvine on his second game for Yarawonga. Chips to Fronfelder.
Oh, dear.
Fronfelder can run to 45. Kicks long. Kicks to the square. Touched on the line. The Tigers have numbers. Hacked out of the ground was Lucas Conlon. And it falls the way of Spencer Jones, who exits for the Albury Tigers in towards space, and he finds Wontagong Jim.
Yeah, Wontagong Jim, half-back, right in front of the netball courts, and Wontagong kick goes right over the top of Reece King's head, but running onto it, kick off the ground might have been Young Jones. That was Tommy O'Brien. He might get it back, but Masters, who else? Intercept handball, did the old 1-2. He might even do the 1-3. Handball over the top here to Willie Wheeler. Release the handball to Wilson. He run into a lot of traffic. He's been completely cleaned up there. Legally, Hodson, release handball, backwards to Jones and Wontagong Jim. It came from whence it started. Took a good mark, and now it's getting a bit messy in the midfield here, Gus.
Certainly is. Powell, he's up to the challenge. Breaks away from the pack and kicks inside 50. Too much on it for Conlon. He backs back with a little bit of courage. Einspawn got a mop up cleanly. Gets a bit of assistance from a teammate, and he switches. Very, very good switch. It finds its way to Fothergill. Deep in the back pocket for Yarawonga. Little chip kick inboard. Finds its way to Wilson. At true centre half back, he's going to come out to Ryan Bruce. Bruce wants to come in front of our broadcast position. Right foot kick down the line. Bit too much on it for Casey. Ben Kelly gets a clean gather of the footy, but not many options present. High up and under kick from Ben, and it's found its way to Wilson. He dropped an absolute dolly. Gainer can't keep it alive, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw in. True centre wing, swimming pool side.
4 disposals in the second quarter for Elliot Powell and Riley Bice for Albury, and for Yarawonga, Cam Wilson's up to 4 as well on the 40 wing stat sheet.
Yeah, you could hear Stevie J telling Bailey Fronfelder, Basil, keep running, and he almost ran onto it. Oh, look at him, Willie Wheeler, back to our man Basil Fronfelder, through traffic, he kicks it inside forward 50, Williams! Lucas Conlon misjudged it, this fella didn't. The blonde-headed bombshell, and he'll have a shot 40 metres out, almost directly in front. This is in his wheelhouse, Mont.
Yeah, absolutely. And just that body work there, had the defender in front where you love it when you're a forward. Just a little bump, got him out of position and was too good and took the mark. Again, needs to kick this one.
He'll kick it from about 46 metres. Lee Williams, kick on the way is a beauty. A lovely finish by Lee Williams. Sunjang goal of the day contender. And the Pigeons extend the lead out to 20 points now. 5-4-34. Tigers 2-2-14. And that is on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Freaky, what are the stats for 40 wings telling us about this quarter?
Yeah, inside 50s are favouring Albury, but Yarawonga are taking full advantage of them. Albury have had 7, Yarawonga have had 5, but the Pigeons have been able to put 3 goals on the board compared to the Albury's 1 in this term. So taking full advantage of them. Cam Wilson's getting right into the game. He's had 4 disposals in this quarter as well, and so has Willie Wheeler. He's kept going. He's up to 13 for the game now.
Alex Jones has gone to Willie Wheeler at the stoppage. Really needs to nullify his impact. Muller flew high, took Howe out of the contest, but brought it to ground level. Gainer kicks off the ground up towards half forward. Reece King didn't get a nice bounce, but he recovers the footy. Inboard comes Gainer, shimmies and shakes, kicks fat side, and Conlon doesn't need to break stride because he got silver service from the boy from Wagga. He'll go back and have a set shot, 35 metres out slide angle.
How good was that shake and bake there by Jakey Gainer? Got through the defenders and just got out into space. That's what you wanted to forward. Just did not break stride. Jacob Conlon, he'll go back here. He's looked quite dangerous today. He could be the difference here.
He's already kicked 2, Jacob Conlon. In fact, he's kicked Albury's only 2. To the Murray River ends. Jacob Conlon misses to the near side. Struck it pretty nicely, but he leant back on the kick. The Albury Tigers 2-3-15. Yarawonga 5-4-34. It's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, they're looking good, the Pigeons, but once again, the clearance work by the Tigers in the middle of the ground, they're winning a lot of those taps, Freaky.
Yeah.
And they're getting a lot of the clearance out of the middle.
In this quarter, they are. They're 3 centre clearances to none, where in the first quarter, Yarawonga had the 3 centre clearances to none. So been able to nullify the impact of Willie Wheeler and Lockie Howe in the middle of the ground, just haven't been able to nullify him around the ground at the moment.
Irvine did well, tapped it towards Nyholm. His kick was smothered. They want a free kick, and here he is,
best
little
man.
man.
In the business, this fella.
Clarence Lamper, the young boundary umpire, he said, I'll have none of that. And just watch this throw, Gus. Have a look at this. Bang! Beautiful. How good is he?
I don't even reckon he's in high school yet, Big Mac. That's how good he is.
He's a good operator.
On hands and knees, Willie Wheeler got it out, but the umpire said I'll have the ball up. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel. Who's actually got the job on Willie Wheeler?
I think they're just rolling through. I don't think there's any actual roll because Jake Garnard's with him at this one and Jones was obviously at the last centre clearance. So I think they're just trying to put time into him at the stoppages, but just letting him do what he wants around the ground nearly.
Howe got a free kick for a ruck infringement. He finds Mark Wiley. Two very good inclusions for Yarrawonga's senior side today. Wiley kicks long down the line. Gibbons the target. Good use of the body. Brought it to ground level. Powell, another 40 wings disposal on towards Hodgson, who kicks dangerously inboard. Got his pocket picked, did Kelly, as Urquhart kicks inside to Williams. Couldn't get it on the second bite. Hillary collects for the Albury Tigers, switches out, and across half back, it's Jim Grills for Albury.
Drives it long, centering the numbers here. Masters knocked the ball to ground. Daly looked like marking it, and now they'll clear. Good work out there by Kyle Tyson. Handball, though, wasn't decisive. There's a chance here for Riley Bice. Handball, though, was intercepted. Knocked off there was Jimmy Grills. A big, heavy clash right on the boundary, right underneath the Albury Tigers club rooms. It's going to be a boundary throw in. 34-15. Yarawonga lead, Albury Tigers. Freaky on those 40 winks. What are those inside 50s again this quarter? Then it'll be Gussie McLeod.
Yeah, Albury up to 8, Yarawonga up to 6, but the Yarawonga about to kick 3 goals in this term to 1, so taking more advantage of it when they goes forward.
Almost 16 gone for A.T. Jones. It's a 1-2-3 with Wheeler, Wiley and Nyholm as they kick long down the ground, but it's turned over. The Albury Tigers have possession between half-back and centre wing via Alex Jones. Right foot kick down the line, trying to find Kelly. Falls the way of Kyle Tyson for Yarawonga, who's intercepted.
Been good.
He goes long down the line, trying to find a pack. Casey smashes through it for Yarawonga. Happy Gilmore. This is Hamish. Goes back to Spencer Jones. Fumbles, regathers, kicks inboard, and he finds Hodgson. Wants to play on and wheel and go. He kicks long down the line. Not the best kick. Ryan Bruce intercepts beautifully for Yarawonga.
Downfield, Gussie.
Downfield was a big
Ben Kelly was held off
I think he was held
on the outside.
Okay.
The umpire outside of play.
Right. The non-officiating umpire, Gus.
So Big Ben kicks to the hot spot. Lockie Howe's there and just smashes it into the midriff of Whooper Irvine, and Yarawonga regather the footy, Big Mac.
Yeah, Ryan Bruce, he's been good this quarter. Nice kick too. He found Coburn. Coburn's kick, intercepted. Coburn followed up, kicked it off the ground. Real 50-50 ball here. Muller and Powell sat over the footy. Pigeons bounce up quick through Wiley. Got on the Ryan Bruce. Got a nice handball there to Nyholm. He found a bit of trouble though. He's still in trouble. Have a look at Willie Wheeler go. Big handball to Ryan Bruce. He'll go long. Williams looking for it. Front position from in front. Fothergill. Snap over the head. Nice work there, Spencer Jones. He's going to roll it through for a rush behind. Well done, young man. 5-5-35 Yarawonga, 2-3-15 Albury Tigers, 17 minutes gone, second quarter, Freaky for 40 winks.
Yeah, if we go around the grounds for Binglee, North Albury have a 1-point lead over the Wodonga Bulldogs, 43-42.
It's a 39-point comeback, boys.
Panda will be up and about now.
Panda. He'll be talking like a kid who's just hit puberty.
Be excited.
Be hard as a cat's head.
Oh, I tell you what, umpires, you have to bring the footy back here.
Yeah, good.
Bring the footy back. It went about 50 metres past where the free kick was paid, Monty, and that's good officiating from Warwick.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, correct decision. Jake Garner's trying to get a cheap little possession there, but ball will come back to Reece King, who got the free kick on the wing.
Just had a message come through on the O&M Live WhatsApp. the scaffold might be in a bit of trouble at Bunton Park. It's shaking.
It's moving. There's movement.
What's he doing listening to our game?
I don't know. I thought he'd be watching North Albury's comeback. Out of bounds for a boundary throw in. A little bit of argy-bargy here between Gaynor and Bruce.
Behind Hennessy.
It's still going here.
CMB Truck and Bus scoreboard sees Yarawonga leading by 20 points. Big Mac, you watch the fight off with the footy. O'Hara in towards the top of the goal square. Good contest. Heiner Hennessy falls the way of Johnlin. Dribbles it through.
Great goal.
Sunjan goal today from Jacob Conlon. He's kicked 3. And the Albury Tigers are back within 14 points on O&M Live.
Jacob Conlon right there to show how dangerous he, whether it's on a lead or at ground level, just knows where the goals are and puts it through for his third one. And I'll tell you what, they've just been really good around the stoppage order. There's got to be a little bit cleaner going inside 50, and I reckon the game changes their way a little bit.
They've had plenty of ball going into their forward 50. They've had 10 inside 50s in this second term, but only able to kick their second goal there at the moment. If you contrast that with Yarawonga, who've had the 7 inside 50s in this term, but they're able to kick the 3 goals. So Yarawonga just been a little bit more effective when they move the ball into their forward half at the moment.
Yeah, Collins kicked them all, every single goal. This time Wiley gathered it, Powell tackled him, the 2 number 4s went head to head. And umpire Craig Eastick says, give it to me. And it'll be a ball up right in the middle of the ground. 20, what have you gone, 14 and a half minutes? 19. What am I looking at? No, you're right, Gus. I didn't have my clock in the right position. Well, my eyes
Upside
are
down,
fading.
was it?
Upside down, inside out, whatever you like to call it.
Seniors moment.
See, was it? Hey, my card arrived during the week.
How good's that?
Serious,
Have you used it yet?
No, not yet.
Not
No.
yet.
Can't wait to get in around the Metropolitan areas, use of free travel around the trams and the trains. And I don't know if the taxis or Ubers have it, but anyway, we'll give it a try. Muller got a tap. That's a clever one towards Tommy O'Brien. Over at it. O'Hara. Clever. Got a handball to Riley Bice. Normally good with football in hand. Looks for Conlon. Conlon shimmied it low to King. King can spot Grills. No, he ignores him. Goes to the pocket. And he finds Luke Daly. Very tight angle. Tight angle. Garland
50,
50. Goodness me.
What was that
Umpire
for, mate?
Poole has spotted
Honestly,
something.
don't know, but we're going to umpire down in the middle of the ground too, boys. So, yeah, I was actually
it
looking at
Craig
that.
Eastick or-
Yeah, it is. He got ran through by, I think it was Ryan Einspawn, might have just bumped him on the way through. So
Keep an eye on that. As Luke Daly comes in and kicks the goal, Monty, keep an eye on umpire Craig Eastick.
will,
We
yeah.
don't like to see that. 4-3-27 Tigers. Yarawonga 5-5-35. So this game's getting a little bit tighter. And Mont, just what did you see anything there, mate? Or
yeah, so I'm pretty sure it was just a slight little bump by Ryan Einspawn, who was at speed. So Craig just sort of might have hit the ground a bit harder than what the bump would have actually done to him. But he's got up and he's up and about and he's taking his position again. So.
He might need to rest at full forward and put the long dacks on and swap with the goal umpire.
Yeah, he might need to at half time. But Jeffy Garlett stopped and helped him up. But I'm sure he'll be right.
Looking for some Morris medal votes, Jeffrey.
Absolutely, just making sure they knew who he was.
22 minutes gone, A.T. Jones, and it's an 8-point lead to Yarawonga. Howe and Muller, 50-50 in that ruck battle. As O'Hara kicks to centre half forward. Good use of the body from Hyder Hennessy.
have a go from here. He can kick it a long way, Gus.
He certainly can. Doesn't have his ex-Holbrook teammate to give a whack to here like he did last week. He got Huey McKinlay, a pretty good one right in this exact spot. Did Colby. Let's hope he can whack the footy through the big sticks. It'd make it a very interesting ball game here. The Albury Tigers looking for 3 consecutive goals. Hyder Hennessy strikes it nicely.
Oh.
Sunjam goal at A from Colby. A 55-metre bang. Straight off the boot from Colby and Monty. That's why he won the goal-kicking award in the Hume League last year. He kicks them from everywhere, Big Colby.
Absolutely. Got a lovely boot on him, doesn't he? Kicked that one from well outside 50 and it cleared the buddy fence nearly, boys. So it's gone probably 65 plus, but with that wind as well helps. So I reckon it is that 2 or 3 goal breeze still, boys, heading that way. It hasn't changed, but yeah, what a finish.
They needed this late flurry of goals, the Albury Tigers. They're +5 and inside 50s in this second quarter. And up until the last 5 minutes, hadn't really been able to translate that into goals at the moment. But yeah, a couple of goals in the last couple of minutes only gets it down to a couple of point ball game here.
Now, he didn't win the goal kicking out of Holbrook last year, Gussie. That was Luke Gestier won the league goal kicking.
Oh, my apologies.
Again, out of the middle of the ground, Jakey Gaynor, they are cutting him up in the middle. Conlon brought the ball to ground. Benny Kelly did well, kept it in. King fought hard for the ball, in dispute. Pendergast is there. Quick kick off the ground there. Oh, he might have got to push them back. Play on's a call. Lovely handball by Gaynor. Got it onto Powell. Powell goes long from 45. Misses to the left-hand side. Minor score, so the margin's back to 1 point all of a sudden. 5-5 Yarawonga, 5-4 Albury. We've gone 23 minutes. The highest margin, Gus, it did get out to 20 points at one stage.
When Williams goal to the 13-minute mark. Yarawonga come out to Bailey Fronfelder. Just behind centre wing. Broadcast side, not Basil's best kick. Out of bounds on the full. In front of Monty for the Newey.
Thought about taking that grab, that's for sure. But yeah, it wasn't a great kick. You got told to go straight away, and there wasn't a heap up the ground, so probably needed to have a look, really.
Wilson plays on for the Albury Tigers, hits Reese King on the lead, and Reese, well, he spilt an absolute dolly on towards Gaynor. Got his head ripped off by Wilson and evaded the tackle. Here's a go for Alex Jones, kicks inside forward 50. Masters, great use of the body, brings it to ground level, trying to evade Daly. Hyder Hennessy on hands and knees of the Tigers, and will ball the footy up deep in the pocket. 1 point ball game, Yarawonga lead for CMV Truck and Bus. We played 24 minutes in the second term.
Kelly will take the ruck. Only 20 out from the Tigers' goal. Wilson tackles King. And now the boundary line wins out. So right in front of the old scoreboard, that's the one I like to look at, Gus. 5-5-35 Yarawonga, 5-4-34 the Albury Tigers.
I like looking at it too, Big Mac. I just don't know about the data it displays sometimes.
I trust it. Up it goes. Howe won the tap. He's got plenty to dish it off to, but They're going to have to work hard to get it out of there. The Tigers' forward pressure is sensational at the moment, and they're going to lock down another one, and Reece King's been good. Now it comes out. Ryan Bruce got it out the back to Pendergast, out the back to Masters. Masters through traffic. Kick wasn't as good. Clever work by Riley Byers, but he's been squashed by Ryan Ironspawn, and it's going to be balled up 50 out from the Tigers' goal. They trail by 1 point, 35-34. Here's Gus, and that is on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Bingley, half-time around the grounds. North lead the Dogs by a point. Back here at the sports ground, well, it's a 1 point game as well. Free kick's going to go the way of Yarawonga here. It's Angus Curry across right half back for the Yarawonga Pigeons. 25 minutes gone, second term for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Curry's going to try and roll the dice and come through the middle, but it's chopped out by Heiner Hennessy, who marks just in front of the centre circle. Comes out towards the broadcast side wing. Common on the lead, had to juggle it, arcs around, kicks to the top of the goal square. Doesn't need any assistance with it through the big sticks. Jacob Conlon's got 4.5. Scintillating footy from the Albury Tigers, and he's going to come for a well-earned break. The Tigers hit the lead by 5 points for CMV Truck and Bus.
Yeah, what a goal, Jacob Collin. Wow, from outside 50, but the work by Benny Kelly, deep in the forward line there, just took his opponent out of it, couldn't influence the contest and went straight through, but poor game management by Angus Curry, taking that kick on back through the middle so late in the quarter. Really disappointing, I reckon, for Stevie J.
Totally dominant this second term, the Albury Tigers. 15 inside 50 to 7, 5 centre clearances to none, and they're being dominated in the middle of the ground here, Yarawonga.
Starting to get reward. They've kicked the last 4 goals of the game. They trailed by 20 points after Lee Williams had kicked a goal for the Pigeons. And now the margin is 5 points in the favour of the Albury Tigers. 26 minutes gone. That's on the A.T. Jones time clock. But, gee, Jake Gaynor, hasn't he had hell of a quarter? Elliot Powell. There's Muller's been good in the ruck. He might have finally taken over in that. Now there's a handball by Wilson. It is on again a bit there. Powell and Wiley. Here's a go. Hillary off half back. Kicks towards the middle of the ground. Down forward. And it's chopped out in last line of the fence there. Good mark there by...
Empty head.
It's old empty head Pendergast. He was very timely grabbed, Gus. Last line of defence. Deep in time on. Yarawonga lead by a point.
Kicks up trying to find Whooper Irvine. In fact, it's Logan Morey who takes it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Scott Montgomery, Newmarket Hotel. Yarawonga really need to lock it down.
Absolutely. They can't afford to give one more away here while the ball's in the Albury half. If they get a possession here, they just need to control it for the final 30 or to a minute, whatever's left.
6-4-40 the Albury Tigers. 5-5-35 the Pigeons. Thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. And we've got a whistle here, Monty. I couldn't quite spot that one.
A block. He paid a hold in the ball, a hold on the man, I think. So, Willie Wheeler's got that.
So, Willie Wheeler, he'll have another 40 winks disposal, Brad.
Yeah, he's up to his 17th for the game now.
Gee, I think Albury will look at that at half-time. He kicks down the clubroom side wing, trying to find Williams. Too strong for Lucas Conlon. Mark's pressed up on the boundary line. And this is smart footy from Lee. Not going to blaze. He's going to try and hit a target. But not the best kick off the boot. Turned over. Spencer Jones has the footy in hand in front of the Terry Cross stand for Albury.
8 goals been kicked this quarter. So that it'll go... The last one went 30 minutes with quite a long break when Max Byrne was carted off.
We're at 28 now, Big Mac, for A.T. Jones.
Yeah, can't be long to go now. O'Hara contested heavily. Grills was there. Ironspawn was there as well. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in. 70 metres around from the Tigers' goal. They've turned a 20-point deficit into a 5-point lead at the 28-minute mark of this second quarter. North Albury lead Wodonga by a point at half-time at Bunton Park. Alex Jones, quick kick into half-forward, and Ryan Bruce with numbers back takes a good grab for the Pigeons.
So call it full-back for Yarawonga. They're going to have to play methodically here. Dangerous kick, chopped out by O'Hara. Willie Wheeler's going to have to clear the lines up towards right half-back Fronfelder. He's amongst the action. Lockie Howe on top of Jimmy Grills. And will ball the footy up. Very sloppy, exiting defensive 50, Mont.
Yeah, it's a couple of times now, isn't it? They've taken a kick on that probably wasn't there and they've made a mistake. So you're going to have to make sure if they get a footy again, we're going to say it again, they just need to control it for this last little bit of this quarter.
29 minutes gone as the siren sounds for quarter time. At the main break, the Albury Tigers lead 6-4-40 to Yarawonga 5-5-35. It's a scintillating first half of footy that featured 4 goals off the one boot. Jacob Conlon in an 8-goal second term. For CMV Truck and Bus and Wodonga Pumps and Mowers, that's the second quarter on O&M Live. Done and dusted. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Mike Solo. Welcome back to the Albury Sports Ground for the halftime show. Thanks to Elders Rural, and we're seeing a ripping game of footy here at the Albury Sports Ground. We've got Albury 6-4-40 leading Yarawonga 5-5-35, and joining me for halftime is Brad Freak. And Freaky, I tell you what, it's a Jacob Conlon show out there at the moment, isn't it? Kicking 3 in that second quarter, Albury kicking 5, and they really got their the wind behind them and just went bang.
Yeah, it was particularly late in that second quarter as well. Yarawonga all over the top of them to start the term and got out to about a 20-point lead in that second quarter. But yeah, as you touched on there, Jacob Conlon and the rest of the Albury Tigers got going, and now they obviously have the 5-point lead coming into half-time now, and the whole game sort of flipped. And as you touched on in the pre-game, they were kicking with a bit of a breeze then and took full advantage of it. And in hindsight now, when we look back, Yarawonga may not have taken as much advantage of it when they had it in the first quarter.
It's a tough one when you have it in that first quarter because the games, especially a game like this where you got basically two of the best sides in it, the pressure's there, the intensity's there, therefore the skill level's probably a little bit lower. And when you're trying to go inside 50, if that pressure around, especially through the middle of the ground, going inside 50, it just it's a bit sloppier. Whereas I feel in that quarter it really opened up, especially from the middle of the ground. I thought Isaac Muller was fantastic. He was able to get his hand on the bit. Powell, Gaynor, they really got moving, which really just opened it up for the forwards of the Albury forward line. And it showed that second half of the quarter, just spoke about the first half, the defence of Yarawonga were probably on top, but they were able to really find some space and kick some really nice goals.
Yeah, we have a look at the Optus quarters best for that second quarter. As you touched on, some of those names you touched on there, Jake Gaynor I thought was outstanding for the Tigers, Elliot Powell as well, and Jacob Conlon as well in that forward half, obviously kicking 3 goals in that second term. He's got 4 to half time. If we have a look at the Yarawonga side of things, it really is just Willie Wheeler, who was the Optus quarters best for the Pigeons in that second term. Then he's sort of playing a lone hand in that midfield for the Pigeons at the moment. And if we look further abroad to the 40 Wing stats sheet, in that first half, he's our leading disposal getter, Willie Wheeler. He's up to 18 disposals, but on our stat sheet, Mark Wiley's the next highest for Yarawonga. He's only had the 9, and Nick Fothergill's had 9 himself, and so has, 8 disposals for Nick Fothergill, and 8 as well for Cam Wilson. So there's not a lot of help in and around that midfield at the moment. His brother Harry has been good, but he still needs some of these other names that they've got in and around the footy to stand up a little bit more and just to give him a little bit more help in the middle of the ground.
I thought Cam Wilson's first quarter was really good, but really died out of in that quarter. And I think they're putting a lot of time into him. I've noticed that every time he's near the footy, someone bumps him, they take him off the ball. They're doing a lot of things off the footy to Cam, so maybe that's just got him off his game a little bit. So it's great coaching because he has been one of their guys that when he's up and going, like Willie Wheeler's going to do that whether he gets the attention or not, what he's done so far. Whereas Cam Wilson, he can maybe, or was showing today, that he can be affected by that. So really smart coaching. So
particularly taking that big hit as well in the first quarter as well, which he came off for a period of in that first quarter as well. So you never know what the flow-on effects from that might be feeling as well. So again, if we just have a look at the 40 Wing stat sheet, Albury dominated a lot of the team stats in that second quarter as well. It was 5 centre clearances to none, 17 inside 50s to 7, 5 marks inside forward 50 as well. So they were winning the ball in the middle of the ground, getting it forward quickly and hitting targets, and eventually they were able to get it onto the scoreboard as well. When early in that quarter, the Yarawonga they kicked the 3 goals in that second quarter then, but the Tigers were able to really come hard late and get themselves the noses in front.
Absolutely, you're spot on there. And Freaky, we'll look forward to the second half. Obviously, Yarawonga's going to have this slight breeze, probably 3-goal breeze, I feel, in this third quarter. What can they do to change up what their setup is? Do they need to get Pendergast off? He was taken off Conlon late in that quarter. Do they send him forward now? Matt Casey goes back just for that little bit more assurance down back? Or do you think they've got to throw everything forward now and have their best players there because they're going to have that breeze?
I was wondering in that quarter if they took Pendergast off Conlon, what are their options? I think that Casey is probably the most logical answer to that question, and I think Pendergast, only seeing him briefly in a few games, to me, it just feels like he's more a natural forward rather than he is defender. Obviously, it's a really good experience for him for today to play on someone as the calibre of Jacob Conlon, but it's particularly in this third quarter, I think that if he goes forward, it's just going to give him another element moving forward in there. Obviously, we've seen Michael Gibbons, who spent some time in the forward half as well and was able to kick a goal in the second quarter as well. So, it's just throwing someone else with another bigger body. And again, it takes that little bit of pressure off Lee Williams and takes that focus off him. And if they can get him off the ball, and obviously, as doing that in turn as well, it also loosens up the tag team of Jesse Wilson and Lucas Conlon, who are so dynamic for the Albury Tigers in that back half, and probably the best 1-2 punch of defenders in the competition. So if you can separate those and not let each other wheel off and help each other, it is going to help the Pigeons in a whole, and they'll hopefully be able to hit the scoreboard a little bit more regularly than what they have. But again, it gets back to actually getting the ball inside 50. They're minus 10 inside 50s in that first half as well, 28-18 in favour of the Albury Tigers. So they just need to get the ball forward a little bit more. That's 10 shots apiece. So they are hitting the scoreboard regularly, but if they can get that footy with repeat entries, they're going to hit that scoreboard a little bit more, you think, naturally throughout the game, and that's really what's going to get them right back into this game in the second half. Even though they're not out of it, they'll have this breeze and see if they can't kick away with it.
No, absolutely spot on there, Freaky. And you are listening to the halftime show thanks to Elders Rural. We're here at the Albury Sports Ground where we have Albury 6-4-40 leading Yarawonga 5-5-35. If you're just joining us for the very first time today, Max Byrne has gone off the ground with concussion. We feel that there might have been an ambulance call. We're not 100% on that one, but he was stretched off. We had a fair delay in the first quarter, so all the best to Maxie out there. Hopefully he's getting all the treatment he needs, and hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if the ambulance did come on. I was just sort of keeping an eye out. Obviously, the broadcast side, we're looking at the Albury change rooms across the other side of the ground. I think what they do,
they've got an entrance out to Wodonga Place there, so they've normally got a couple of cones there, and there's a spot where cars can't park.
They do
I'm pretty
too.
Sure, So I reckon if there was an ambulance call, it would have been outside. So hopefully, everything's all good. But we do feel that might have been what happened. So Freaky, what do we feel? Who's going to be the one that wins it for or gets Yarawonga going again? We know Willie Wheeler's going to do what he does, but who's the one that's been a little bit quiet that's going to get them back here?
Yeah, well, Michael Gibbons on the 40-week stat sheets only had the 4 disposals to half-time. He has played a lot more time in the forward half today, but I feel like they need his quality and experience around the footy as well. Mark Wiley's probably another one. That was his first game back for all. He's had the 9 disposals, but I feel like he's playing a lot in the back half of the ground. I think he's at his best and he's most dangerous when he's getting the ball forward of centre, and probably Nick Fothergill as well. So you're probably looking at some of their key ball winners and some of their better players in that midfield that need to lift. And we touched on in a ad break earlier today, it really is a big game for Yarawonga today. They probably haven't been able to knock off what you would think one of the better teams in the side are when they're in form. Obviously, they beat the Wang Magpies in round 3 when Wang were going through a little bit of a tough time at the moment, but they still had to beat them, so that was good to them. But when they came up against Rovers a few weeks ago and got run over the top of, Albury beat them in round 1 as well. So this is a really big second half for Yarawonga and their season.
Well, absolutely. We spoke about it pre-game. Is it just the 3 sides, the top 3 that we feel are sort of breaking away, and we probably all agree that they probably have, but if Yarawonga can't beat one of these other 2 top sides, well, it's really puts a shadow on what they can do, doesn't it? Because they've got a star-studded lineup, and it's probably nearly their best side out there today. And if Albury are able to hold on and keep going the way they're going, it just shows that maybe there's a gap between maybe the top 2, which is Wangaratta and Albury, to Yarawonga maybe.
Yeah, potentially, Mon. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens and what moves they can swing in the second half. For the Albury Tigers, it'll just be more of the same of the last half of the second quarter then, because they are outstanding, as we touched on. Probably what the Yarawonga needs to, Albury's prime ball winners really lifted. Obviously, we saw Braden O'Hara at that stage go in the middle of the ground, win some of his own footy. Jimmy Grills, I think, has been really good back in the mid in that wing as well today. Riley Bice out wide, and Jake Gaynor and Elliot Power, probably the 2 best games I've seen them play this year so far. So really, really good stuff from the Albury Tigers. Their prime ball winners are really getting the job done for them. And again, that's probably what Yarawonga need to get happen in this second half if they're going to get right and take the chocolates in this game, because Albury Sports Grounds are notoriously a tough ground to win at as well.
It is, and Albury play well here because they know the dimensions are a little bit smaller than everywhere else. So I feel that if Albury keep playing the way they have, it could be a long day for the Pigeons in the second half. So that's our halftime show for Elders Rural. What we're going to do now, we're going to head to a Ray White Rural netball update. We're from our O&M Live game of the day between North Albury and Wodonga. Here is Ree Harris and Tam Matthews.
This is the netball wrap-up thanks to Ray White Rural and Livestock Albury, who have now expanded to Holbrook. Today's game, there was nothing in it at full-time. 49 apiece was the score between the Bulldogs and the North Albury Hoppers. North Albury marching the fight back after being down by 2 goals at 3/4 time, getting out by as much as 6 with the Bulldogs at the start of that 4th quarter. But the North Albury Hoppers really rallied, and couldn't be split at the end. Sam Matthews.
No, it was certainly a game where the momentum just swayed. Both teams really had opportunity to run away with it, but just couldn't put the other side away. And really, the final score was probably reflective of the game,
which was great for both teams. Although a draw's not ideal, still 2 points for both teams, so half a win essentially. And best player on the day for L&M was Grace Hay, goalkeeper for the Hoppers. Really consistent down back, and we thought that Ruby Martin in goal shooter and goal attack. Cassie Mayfield for the Bulldogs was really consistent as well in her 100th game at the Bulldogs.
Yeah, she certainly was. She was outstanding. They were very strong, stood tall against the power of Grace Hay.
And in the other game, Yarawonga far too strong for Albury Tigers. Next week we'll see us down at the Wang Derby between Wang Magpies and Wangaratta Rovers. This is the netball wrap-up thanks to Ray White Rural and Livestock Albury, now servicing in Holbrook.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
What we've got coming your way. The Albury Tigers lead by 5 points here. Yarawonga are going to be kicking to the Murray River ends. The Albury Tigers to the Botanicum.
Look at this, I've just got to give a pen to the boys. Look at that good throw.
Jacob Page, you can tell he doesn't do the interchange Stewart too often.
Hey, Robbie, now you're giving away some pens. Can you call some footy for me?
I'll give it me best, Gus. Willie Wheeler, another possession. Handball to Ironspawn, kicks it to half forward. Inside forward 50 at Wendell, goes straight back out. Hamish Gilmore had to kick under pressure, and he finds Braden O'Hara of a ball that carried just on the 15 metres. Now O'Hara go across the ground. He goes to the middle of the ground, and a good grab taken by Jay Hillary. Strong grab. Hillary right in the centre of the ground. Goes wide. Has Lucas Conlon drifting down. Spots an option. Spencer Jones did well. He'll come back inside towards the middle of the ground. Floated the handball to Hodgson. Powell's there. He bounced off Harry Wheeler. He went inside Wiley. He had to get a handball out in a hurry. Gathered by Riley Bice. Muller was there. Couldn't control the footy. Now he does. Got it back to O'Hara. O'Hara, long, sweeping, left foot kick. Conlon!
Right there, Robbie.
I got a little frog in the throat. So excited was I with Jacob Conlon's work.
We were waiting for you to burst away with a bit of...
I was waiting for you guys to come in and give me a little bit of a chop out. I've cleared the throat. Gee, that was a strong grab. He's kicked 4.
He has that effect on people, Jacob Conlon, Robbie.
Can it be 5? Conlon, kick on the way is a beauty. The momentum continues for the Tigers. 5 in a row and 5 goals to Jacob Conlon. 7-4-46. Lead Yarawonga 5-5-35. And that's for the throat specialist this quarter. It's an Indigo Power. I might need a bit, Gus.
They're going to have to make a change here, I think. He's kicked those 5 goals. It's time for Ned Pendergast to get moved off. Maybe Matt Casey or someone like that might have to make the move down there.
Considering he's kicked 5 of their 7, I'd be sending the best player in the competition to him, Monty. Lee Masters.
Yeah, they'll just keep putting Luke Daly to him, but I don't think Lee Masters normally mans up too many.
Back away in the centre. We've played 2 minutes and the Tigers lead by 11. They go inside 50 now, do the Tigers. And we've found a free kick for a hold. It's going to go the way of Ryan Bruce. And he wants to play on because Willie Wheeler still doesn't have a match-up and he's in a paddock of space. The kick gets through in the nick of time. He copped an ear massage from Jesse Wilson. Dished a few of them out at How Long Tech. As Wiley, he got taken late. Should have been a downfield, but it doesn't matter because Williams just falls into his big bread basket and he'll go back 30 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, a couple of guys there who want the ball in their hands. Willie Wheeler first off and then Mark Wiley as well. So great grab in the end by Williams. He's going to have to really stand up in this second half for Yarawonga to stay in this game.
He's already kicked 1 goal, has Lee Williams. Leads the Doug Strang medal with 33 at present. Right foot kick. He snuck it in. The Pigeons respond. 5-point ball game for Inspirations Paint. And there's a bit of a silence across the Albury Sports Ground, Monty.
Yeah, there was a little bit there, wasn't there? I don't think a lot of people thought that was what was going on there because we've had just an avalanche of Albury goals, so maybe that's what it was.
3 inside 50s already on the 40-wink stat sheet for Albury Tigers in this third quarter. That was the first one for Yarawonga and led to a goal there for Lee Williams.
That stopped a run of 5 goals in a row from the Tigers, so Williams with his second. So, good start, entertaining start to this third term. The margin is a 5-point lead. Harry Wheeler off the left foot, kicks it deep towards Gibbons country. McMenamin did well. He really used his body nicely there, kept Gibbons to the sort of negative side of the ball, and he's forced a boundary throw in 30 round from the Yarawonga goal. Trying with a bit of a breeze to that Noriel Park end. Quickly, Mont, how many do you think is 1, 2, 3 goals?
It's probably 2 now. It's dropped off a little bit.
Couple of goals from there, from the Weather Bureau. Mont.
Carl Linders.
Carl Linders. He's a unit, isn't he? Now, it's going to be a free kick here, Gus, and it's going to go the way of the Albury Tigers. And they're going to play on from down. It's Hodgson off half-back.
Kicks down the line, trying to find Jacob Conlon a long way from home. And he might be appeals for out of bounds on the full here.
No, Nelson's all over that.
And Nelson said, stuff you, Gus. We'll ball the footy back into play. Brad Freak, 40 winks.
Yeah, 3 inside 50s for Albury in the start this third term already. 2 early disposals for Braden O'Hara, and Willie Wheeler's just left off where he started in that first half.
North Albury lead by 2 goals around the grounds for Bingley. Muller took it out of the ruck, needs to find an option. Got the handball away in the nick of time. Spills the way of Mark Wiley now for Yarawonga. Kicks to a one-on-one. Williams got held by Conlon, and Conlon got legged. He handballs in towards a bit of space. Nice block there from Williams. Creates a path for Wilson. Wilson to Wiley. Inside 50 go Yarawonga. Beats the lot of them. Falls to the top of the square. Wontagong Jim got taken high. His handball was smothered. Yarawonga had to be clean. Einspawn goes back. Wheeler kicks the goal. Superb football from Yarawonga. And Willie Wheeler puts Yarawonga back in front by a point. For Inspirations Paint, we played 5 minutes in the third term.
Yeah, how good was that defensive pressure there? Lee Williams take a bow. He was able to get Conlon to ground, even though he was already on the ground, and then he come out and apply the Shepherd, which got the footy back inside 50. So really good finish there as well by Willie Wheeler.
We spoke at halftime that some of the Yarawonga midfielders need to stand up. Mark Wiley already up to 3 disposals in this third quarter. Willie Wheeler again just keeps on rolling on. He's up to 21 disposals for the game now. It's kicked a goal.
Well, what a start to this quarter. Muller got the secondary tap. Powell hard at the footy. Went back for another bite of the cherry. Out of the Gaynor did well. Won the footy. Brilliant work at the back of the stoppage by Jakey Gaynor. Could be a free kick. No. Play on's a call. Clever tap there by Lovell onto Ryan Bruce. Bruce towards, intercepted though by Gaynor. Gaynor went one way. Went back the other. Straightens up. 42 metres out. Jake Gaynor misses to the left-hand side. Minor score. So Gus, have a look at your electronic scoreboard, mate. It's let you down. Go and have a look at the old scoreboard. That'll tell you the true picture. It is the Pigeons now.
Well, I can't see it.
There's kids everywhere. I think it's level. Scores are level, Gus. Exactly right. 7-5 apiece.
Thanks to Inspirations Paint, boundary side, Scott Montgomery for the Newmarket.
Yeah, that digital scoreboard updated a bit quicker than the old one, I reckon there, Robbie, so I'd probably keep looking at the digital one.
I was keeping an eye on both, and it had Yarawonga on 56, Mon.
Jeez, I don't know where that come from.
Well,
I don't know either.
Well, the scoreboard's gone blank now. Scores are level at 7-5.
Yeah, we'll stick that into you, lads.
A piece.
Have a look at that.
Wing. Here comes Big Casey for Yarawonga. Kicks shallowly inside 50. Williams the target, brings to the ground level. Maury Crumbs, left foot snap to the top of the square. Lucas Conlon intercepts for the Albury Tigers. He'll bring the football out broadcast side, Monty. Or Robbie, I should say, you're doing the calling today. And Wilson gathers for Albury.
He does. He's got to keep that kick low, and he does it very clever fashion. Reece King's got a heap of time. He just might want to hurry up a tad. He does, and that is silly. But Monty explained that one.
Yeah, Angus Curry, there's no need for that. The kick had gone for a second or so, and yeah, just took him down.
O'Hara played on quickly, got it inside forward 50, and it's a bit of a win there for the Tigers. They'll get a boundary throw in, and Yarra haven't got a lot of numbers back yet. Some 50-50 balls coming up here, and the ball will be thrown in. 25 around from the Albury Tigers goal. Scores are level. Don't look at the electronic scoreboards flashing on and off, Gus. If you want reliability, have a look at the red brick one there that served this ground so well for about 70 years.
Fronfelder, handballs out wide. The Yarawonga Pigeons going to come broadcast side wing. 2-on-2. Fothergill flew high, couldn't quite bring it to ground. McMenamin for the Tigers, kicks towards half forward. Lovell chops out. He's got Basil Fraunfelder, who switches the ball beautifully, finds its way towards a team. I don't think it's big empty head out there, boys. It is. Yep. He's going to kick long down the line, trying to find Ryan Bruce. Use of the body was superb. Left the footy behind at the crucial moment. Einspawn gave him some support. Yarawonga have numbers everywhere. One of whom is Fraunfelder. Kicks inside 50. Williams to ground level. Casey with the crumbs. Conlon. Lucas, superb, onto Hillary, and the Tigers avert danger.
He finds Bice at half-back. Gee, Riley Bice has been good this quarter too. Just a couple of little handy things he's done. Hodson marks, true half-back. Causeway side of the ground. Tigers kicking to the Botanic Garden end. And Hodson comes across the ground to Spencer Jones, who kicks the ball back towards the goal square and finds Lucas Conlon. So the Pigeons defending well. 7-5-47 apiece. Conlon's kick is a short one. Finds Jakey Gaynor. We're doing his stats today, Freaky?
Yeah, he's coming up for his 16th disposal on the 40-wing stat sheet.
He's been good. He goes short and he finds Jay Hillary at half-back, Gus. And he'll kick it down the broadcast side of the ground, I think. Scores are level, 7-5, 47 apiece.
9.5 minutes gone for A.T. Jones in the third. Muller flies high. Morey came first. Dibs on the shed.
Paid the man in front.
I'd ball that up.
So Logan Morey's going to have the footy. Muller threw it back.
Firmly.
It was a nice way of phrasing it. Morey goes short to Wiley. Wiley just sits it up with an 9-9 and says, someone have a crack.
There's no one there.
But uncontested. Spencer Jones chops out, Monty.
Yeah, there was 3 Albury guys camped back there, so I don't know if Wiley looked or not then, but yeah, the boys had come up and let up for him already.
Fronfelder, he intercepts, kicks inboard, and Fothergill. Well, there's a Yarawonga pigeon there this time. It's Nick, and he's uncontested 25 metres out straight in front.
Bailey Fronfelder's been absolutely fantastic today off half-back, whether it's his driving the footy or whether he's turning the footy over in the forward half. He's been absolutely fantastic.
So Nick Fothergill's kicked the goal in both the first and the second term. And he's kicked 21 goals for the year.
Not doing Bailey stats there, Freaky?
No, I'm not, mate.
Okay.
How's this for a 40-wing stats? Lots for Bailey Fronfelder.
There you are. That's factual. Mate, would you like of that?
Nick Fothergill.
Shot load.
For the third consecutive Yarawonga goal to the southern end of the ground. Nick makes no mistake. Straight over the goal umpire's hat, and the Pigeons lead by 6 points for Inspirations Paint. We've got a ball going on him live.
Nick Fothergill only up to the 10 disposals today in the midfield for Yarawonga, but he's up to the 3 goals as well. We're used to him getting up to the 20-25 disposal games, but having high impact with little footy in his hand. Mark Wiley as well, he's up to 4 disposals in this third term as well, and Willie Wheeler's had the 3 as well. If we have a look at the Albury side of things, Braden O'Hara's up to 4 disposals. Jake Gaynor's had the 3 on the 40-wing stat sheet in this third term.
8-5 to 7-5. Pigeons back in front. They did lead by 20 points, 1 point during early stage of the second term. Albury headed them. Got the first goal of this quarter, Albury. Took the lead out to 11 points, and now it's Yarawonga leading by 6. Great game of footy. What more would you expect? 1 versus 2. Harry Wheeler got it. Handball back to Mark Wiley. Kicks it towards that man. Fothergill again. I was going to say, if he doesn't get paid the mark, he'll probably get a free kick because he got cleaned up like a vacuum there, Gus. And it's going to be... Actually, I think it's going to be Matt Casey. It's going to take
There's a man down.
Yeah, that's Fothergill's down.
Still.
He's down. And Matt Casey, who we know how far he kicks the footy, boys. This is in his range.
Breeze will be coming straight over his back towards boys.
So where does he aim, Monty?
I reckon
straight at the middle, Gus.
Just outside the left goalpost, I reckon.
Outside left. Well, the Tigers' balcony will get a good look at this.
2OI clients up there today, big
man. Aren't they? Jeez, aren't they filling their boots too? And good on them. Here comes Casey. Wheels are out. He's 55 out. He's got the journey, but he's
too far left.
He's hooked at a mile. On you down there, out of bounds on the full, and then brought back. Oh, McMenamin shimmied and shaped, Gus, but he's found Muller.
Well, it's just a quick one too. Michael Gibbons has done a bit of a fitness test on the bench, so I'll just keep an eye on him whether he's past that or not.
Jeez, Monty, that's not good. What's he testing?
I reckon it might have been an ankle, but I'll double check.
God, that man cannot buy any luck. Out towards centre wing, Wilson. He was held. No, the umpire said it was out of bounds.
Great boundary umpiring there, Mont, wasn't it?
It was.
If we go around the grounds for Bing Lee, North Albury lead by 9 points over Wodonga, 63 to 54.
9 to 9 straight, if you don't mind. The North Albury Hoppers lead that one. Back here at the Albury Sports Ground, the ball's in the hands of O'Hara. He got it to Gaynor, who kicks long with a torpedo punt towards the paint of the 50. Heiner Hennessy's there, so is Jimmy Grills. Handball gather was okay from Bice. Yarawonga have support. Whooper Irvine gets it to Fronfelder, who comes out towards the broadcast side. And happy to take that one across the boundary line is Harry Wheeler. And there's a few little spot fires starting to appear around the Albury Sports Ground, Mons.
Yeah, it was just like a cuddling match there between Luke Daly and Lee Masters. They lay on top of each other about 3 minutes then.
No need for the fire brigade yet, though, Gus.
A cuddling match.
Yeah.
I like it.
How? From the kick in, from the ball up, and Jesse Wilson took a strong mark. He goes across, kick's going to be good at it. It's perfect. Finds Jeffy Garlett, who goes wide, looks for Riley Bice. Bruce from behind, brought the ball to ground. Bice will be first to pick it up, though. He paddled it under pressure. He paddles, he wins the footy. Well done, Riley Bice. Handball was a bit ugly to Jay Hill. He didn't have the footy. And Jay Hillary will take the free kick. Play on advantage rule here. Here's a chance. Riley Bice again. Kicks into Conlon. He's got a good pair of jukes. Jacob Conlon takes a great mark on the stretch.
Don't choke, Robbie.
I won't this time, Gus. I won't. I had half a slice still in my throat from the halftime break. Jacob Conlon's going to have a shot from 40 metres out directly in front. He's going for number 6.
Number 6. He is, but how good again was that kick? Just out in front and on the lead, just doesn't break stride and bang. He's got strong hands, as you said, Robbie. And yeah, when he doesn't have to break stride, he's hard to beat.
Big quarter from Riley Bice. 14 and a half minutes gone. Chance to level the scores. Jacob Conlon for goal number 6. Misses to the left-hand side. 5 goals, 2 for Jacob Conlon this afternoon. And Yarawonga lead by 5 points. And we're doing this one for Indigo Power. Gus, who can really spark it up for you.
They certainly can, Big Mac. Well called from McRae Motors. Fraunfelder long down the clubroom side wing. Jeff Garlett has the front spot. Clever little tap-in board. Ryan Bruce on hands and knees. Heiner Hennessy amongst the action. And so is Alex Jones. Got to get rid of the footy. Did he do so illegally? Umpire said no. Here come the Pigeons. Gus Curry inside 50. Williams was manhandled, and it's a free kick against Hodgson. Lee Williams, the recipient for a hold, 35 metres out directly in front.
How smart there by Mark Wiley. He's got the ball moving, heard the whistle going, away they went. And once you can break open the game like that, it gives your forwards all the chance in the world, and that's all Lee Williams needed, and he got the free kick inside 50, straight in front here.
Really good work from Lee Williams to lose Lucas Conlon.
Not easy either, is it? Not easy to do.
And Bryden Hodgson had no option but to manhandle Big Lee. Yarawonga via Lee Williams. His right foot kick is a beauty. The Doug Strang medalist loves it. He's kicked 3, and they extend the lead to 1.5 goals for Yarawonga.
8 inside 50s in this third term for Yarawonga now. They've been able to hit the scoreboard quite regularly. Lee Williams kicking his second of the term as well. As we touched on, Mark Wiley really stepping up in this third quarter. He's up to 5 disposals for the Yarawonga Pigeons, 3 for Willie Wheeler as well. 5 disposals as well for Jake Gaynor and Braden O'Hara for the Albury Tigers. The Tigers have had 8 inside 50s as well, but just haven't been able to capitalise as much. As Monty touched on earlier, there is a breeze going to that old scoreboard end, and again, it's been about a 2 or 3 goal breeze as it has been all day.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Conlon had a chance to level the scores. He misses, kicks a point. Comes up the other end. Williams kicks a goal, and all of a sudden it's an 11-point margin.
And boys, they have tried to get Lee Masters to Jacob Conlon out of full forward.
Alex Jones out of the middle of the ground, kicks it inside forward 50. Riley Bice flew. Bruce Ryan was there. Bice, he's good in this situation. Paddled it cleverly to Heiner Hennessy, who got rid of the handball, got it on the Fraunfelder, got it back on the Bruce for Yarawonga. Gus Curry missed one at centre wing. Fothergill was clever, got it back to Curry. Gus Curry, he's going to have to, I don't know how he got rid of that, and he has been booked on suspicion as much as anything for the way he got rid of that one, Gus. Centre wing, free kick's going to go the way of the Scottish flyer, Braden McMenamin. And it's about 17 minutes gone, 59 to 48 to lead. That's on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Third quarter action for Indigo Power. McMenamin chisels one to Big Ben Kelly, who marks in a dangerous position. He chips okay. And here's a go for the Tigers via Gaynor. He goes with a long raking handball to O'Hara. Inboard looking for King. Wasn't the best. Willie Wheeler got rid of the football, but the umpires found a free kick for a hold.
Yeah,
Reece King held him for too long, Monty. And they'll slow the footy down here, Yarawonga.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is take a couple of minutes out of this game now and just control it. Just they've got that lead. Time to just control the footy for a little bit and try and consolidate it.
Inboard.
Yeah, Wheeler's kick inboard was good. The Pendergast thumping kick with the breeze. It might spill over the back. It does. Bit of a race on here for it. They got even numbers here. Stripped magnificently by Fothergill. Handball over the top was brilliant. Maury will run into an open goal if he can pick it up. He handballs to someone. McMenamin's there and rushes it through for a minor score. So it's a neat 2-goal lead to the Yarawonga Pigeons, 9-6 to Albury 7-6. And we have gone on the A.T. Jones time clock, 18 minutes.
So from fullback, it's Lucas Conlon. Dangerous kick out towards the centre wing position, but it falls okay for Colby Heiner Hennessy, who hacks it forward. Great pick up from O'Hara. Lovell got him in the back. Umpire said nothing in it. Willie Wheeler once again racking up the 40 wings disposals. Links up with Kyle Tyson. Not many options present. So he calls the play on and he kicks inside 50. Williams the target. Williams brings it to ground level. Appeals for pushing the back. Umpire said no. And we'll ball it up directly in front, 30 from home.
No one in the goal square at the moment. Then the ball's about 30 metres out. Conlon just goes back a little bit. A quick kick here from a Harry Wheeler. It might be interesting. And that's exactly what happens. Conlon does track it back. It had too much depth on it and it goes through for a minor score. Yarawonga 9-7-61. Albury Tigers 7-6-48. 19 minutes gone. Monty for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Michael Gibbons done under boots, boys, so I reckon his day's over. I was trying to confirm what he's done.
So hopefully nothing too bad, Monty, but it does mean there's 3 on the bench for either side. Empty head, Pendergast. Intercept mark for the Pigeons, 70 from home. Kicks into the pocket, fat side favouring Williams. Couldn't quite get there. Just got a hand on it, would have gone out of bounds on the full, and the big boy might need to get some grip home on.
Yeah, it was a great kick, wasn't it, by Pendergast? Just got it out in front. Conlon giving up on it because Williams had all the body position, but yeah, just wasn't able to grab it.
In she goes. Muller fisted it. Gaynor. He'll mop it up. No, Conlon was there. Get out of the road, Jake, he said. Kick was fortuitous to Hodson. Got it back now to McMenamin. McMenamin kicks it just outside forward 50. Frontfelder. Look out if he breaks clear. Great tackle. Brilliant tackle by Riley Bice. He's had some sort of quarter. And he'll handball it off to Hodson. He'll run from half back. He had one bounce, a tricky bounce it was. He'll give the handball, slides it to Gilmore. Got it back to Hodson. Hodson half back centre wing. Kicks wide, looks for Jimmy Grills. Right underneath the Albury Tigers club room. Grills wheels around on the left foot. Finds his little mate Jakey Gaynor. And Gaynor has it. True centre wing. We've gone 20 minutes, Gus. And the Pigeons lead by 13 points.
Inboard to Muller, who's got Hillary fresh off the bench, and that's the option that he uses on the edge of the centre square. Now he comes to true centre wing, does the boy from Yakandanda. Kicks up towards half forward, O'Hara. Got a beautiful delivery from Jay, now he gives it the footy back. Inside 50 go the Tigers, the Botanic Gardens end. Conlon brings it to ground level. Daly, wrapped up in a tackle, will ball the footy up. Deep into attack for the Albury Tigers.
Braden O'Hara up to 8 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet in this third quarter. Jake Gaynor's also had 7 for Albury.
Up it goes. Pendergast over around the footy. A lot of players tracking him. Benny Kelly did well. Didn't allow that ball to get out. And they're going to get another stoppage, another restart. It sits 30 metres out from goal.
Get in front of Muller. In front of him.
Get in front of Muller. That's the call from Stevie J. Here's Tommy O'Brien tracking the body. Did well, stepped around it. Goes on the right foot. Tommy O'Brien hits the post.
He's going to pay a free kick, but boys, I think.
A free kick. So Monty, O'Brien's kick hit the post.
Yeah, he's going to bring it back. I think it might have been a bit of a late hit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was definitely hit late, Mont, so that must have been.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because the whistle went straight away. But because it's hit the post, he'll be able to come back and have a shot at it.
So score won't count, Mont?
Score won't count, nah. So it's a down the field, but because it's gone through for a behind, they bring it back to where it was kicked from.
And Mont, what Tommy O'Brien would have learnt from that shot on goal was that it faded to the right-hand side. So I reckon he'll aim for maybe just inside that left-hand goal post, Mont?
Yeah, probably. Probably with the way the wind's blowing, it should hold up a little bit. So distance from here, you have to kick it from just outside 40. So Tommy O'Brien's distant, kicking straight into that wind.
Back him on distance. And you know what? And I'm going to give him the nod on accuracy too.
Oh, no.
He's no good now. He's no good now.
It's happened, Mont.
Here he goes. I got Hennessy early in the day.
Robert. You're the best.
If you're listening at home, you can probably guess he didn't kick that. He missed it by about 5 metres from behind.
He was lucky to kick it behind.
It's a 2-goal margin. Yarawonga lead Tigers. Shut up, you blokes. Don't pick on me.
Kiss of death, McKinlay will start calling him. Here's Fronfelder across half back. Inboard, darts at the Wiley. Here's Masters, uncontested. Kick was smothered off the boot, but it got into the middle of the ground. Powell applied a good tackle on Harry Wheeler. Umpire puts the whistle away. Powell emerges from the pack and kicks to O'Hara. On the edge of the centre square, he kicks inside 50. Conlon on the half volley, gathers nicely. 65 from home, kicks to the hot spot. Needs a mark, and he can't find one as Nick Irvine chops out nicely for Yarawonga and kicks out to the netball court side flank.
Yeah, he read it well, didn't he? Big whooper. Irvine. Boy from Tungamar. Gus, is it?
He's a Tungamar boy?
Yep, Tungamar.
Been
He's
there
done
for
well.
last year.
And he's starting to get a few games under his belt, and he's really starting to find his rhythm. So, and it ended in tears. 12-point margin in favour. Yarawonga, they lead. Gussie, 24 minutes gone now on the A.T. Jones time clock.
So deep in the pocket. The Albury Tigers bring it down the broadcast side wing. You heard calls for how to go and get it.
Jeez. Did anyone see that contest there?
I saw how Mark.
Yeah, Hennessy and Pendergast absolutely collided at full speed, and they're both very sore.
So the ball's in the hands of Geordie Urquhart. Too far to score. Pops it to the hot spot. Wants Williams. Got pushed off the footy. And Jesse Wilson flew across the pack uncontested, out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Jesse Wilson is down here, and I reckon he's going to be coming off with an ankle.
Yeah, absolutely. And I reckon Ned Pamgas might come off too because they got absolutely nailed.
Well, there we go. So, bit happening. Yeah, Wilson hobbling off. That'll be a massive blow for the Tigers. He's not. He's got to work his way to the boundary line. Otherwise, he can't come back on. So he's got to work to the interchange bench. Here's a go. Wheeler snaps. Harry. Oh, misses by a B's diaphragm. Gus. Minus score. Pigeons stretch that margin to 13 points. 9-8-62. Tigers 7-7-49. Freaky for 40 wings. What are you seeing?
Yeah, 6 disposals for Mark Wiley in this third term. And late in this term as well, Yarawonga getting right on top of the inside 50s. Is up to 14-10 in favour of the Pigeons in this third quarter. And they've been able to hit the scoreboard in this third term as well and give them out to a 13-point lead.
I'll get to you shortly, Monty, for a check-up. As Conlon's kick, Isaac Muller found he's taken the mark between half-back and centre wing. What do you make of the Wilson injury?
Yeah, he's just taking the boot off. I reckon he might just get that ankle restrapped and see how it goes.
Yep.
Turn the mic on, Gus. How's that? Bryden Hodgson at centre half back for the Tigers. Tries to find Powell, and he does.
Dr. Montague.
Wants to play on. Powell gets about 60 metres on that kick to half forward. Wiley in front. Gainer gets the boot high up and under inside 50. Good contest forms. Lovell's there for the Pigeons. So's Kyle Tyson. Wiley clears defensive lines, but Powell chops out.
Oh, look out.
Switches to Hillary. Diving mark, he got there. O'Hara wanted the give and go, but Jay is going to go back and have a set shot. And Monty, this, I reckon, might be just his yard, the boy from Yakandanda.
I reckon if he was kicking the other way, boys, I'd be backing him for distance, but just into that breeze again, might be a little struggle.
This is a massive kick now.
Can't run around either. Try and get that extra distance. Runs around to be play on and...
So, Jay Hillary kicking to the Botanic Garden end.
Well, will he kick it, Gus? Go on. Back yourself.
Hillary going to have to kick 49 metres. It's offline, and it doesn't quite have the distance. And that's all she wrote for the 3 quarters of football here at the Albury Sports Ground. 3-quarter time. Yarawonga hold a lead. 9-8-62 to the Albury Tigers. 7-7-49. Strap yourself in. It's a big final term coming your way from the Albury Sports Ground. It's O&M Live with Scott Montgomery, Robbie McKinlay, Brad Freak and myself, Gus McLeod. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Rated.
And Jamaica Salai.
2AY.
Strap yourself in. It's a big final quarter coming your way on O&M Live. Three-quarter time sees the Pigeons in front by 13 points. 9-8-62 to Albury. 7-7-49. Brad Freak. The third quarter, Optus quarter's best for your local Optus stores. Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta.
Yeah, we start with the Albury Tigers for that third quarter. Jake Gaynor and Riley Bison, that midfield and on the wing, was simply outstanding. They've been outstanding all day, those two as well for the Tigers. They've been really performing well on the Yarawonga side of things. We touched on it at half-time that somebody else other than Willie Wheeler had to stand up, and Mark Wiley came to the party. He was outstanding. He was Optus quarter's best for the Pigeons in that third quarter. If we have a look at the 40 Winks stat sheet in that third quarter as well, again, as it has been all day, really, a lot of the team stats have been fairly even. 13 inside 50 is a piece. 3 centre clearances for Yarawonga, 2 for the Albury Tigers as well. 1 mark inside forward 50 for Yarawonga, 3 for the Tigers in that third term. If we have a look at the possession getters, start with the Albury Tigers, as we touched on, Jake Gaynor was outstanding. He had the 8 disposals, but Braden O'Hara was the quarter high with 9 disposals for the Albury Tigers, takes him up to 15. Jake Gaynor's up to 21 disposals for the Albury Tigers. If we have a look at the Yarawonga side of things, Willie Wheeler's up to 23 disposals and has kicked a goal, and Mark Wiley's up to 16 disposals up to three-quarter time in the game.
Monty, three-quarter time huddle's just breaking away now for the Pigeons.
Yeah, Albury are really big then. Let's get a run on here. Let's get it moving as quick as we can. Let's try and get the ascendancy through the middle and take them on. As soon as we get the footy, we're going to play on at all costs and really try and get it as long and deep as they can, because they know they've got dangerous forwards, whereas for Yarawonga it was about making sure we control the game a little bit more. Let's take it on when we can, but let's make sure that we control the footy through the middle and then go long and deep when we can with their good matchups we've got down there.
The Albury Tigers down at 2 on the bench. Monty, 2 injured players.
Yeah, Jesse Wilson's come off late in that quarter off the ankle and he's been ruled out for the rest of the game. And obviously Max Byrne's been taken to hospital with his concussion. And Michael Gibbons is out of the game as well for Yarawonga. And it looks like it's a hammy, boys.
Oh, no.
Hammy on the ice on the hammy at the moment.
I reckon that's at least the third time he's done a hammy, Gibbo.
Yeah, definitely the second this year. Probably the 5th time he's done it while he's been at Yarawonga.
Terrible.
Disappointing. Can't buy a trick. Cannot buy a trick.
No good.
Great to have your company on O&M Live. Scott Montgomery's boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Brad Freak on the 40 Wing stat sheet. Ruby McKinlay and myself, Gus McLeod, with you for McRae Motors. Final quarter about to get underway at the Albury Sports Ground, and a couple of supporters that are well refreshed, are just struggling to make their way off the ground with any sort of speed.
Yeah. St. Patrick's cricketers rolling around too that are well refreshed, just quietly, Gussie.
I can't wait to join them. The final quarter's underway for Mac Jack Sheds. Here's Robbie McKinlay.
Clever tap by Howe. And Muller, guess who roved it? The opposition ruckman. He kicks it inside forward 50. Ball was pulled to ground by Ryan Bruce. O'Hara, did he have it? Play on was a call. Oh, Bryce might have got legged. Umpire Warwick Henderson says, give it to me, fellas, and I will ball this one up. As Fraunfelder picks up Riley Bice. That's a nice little interleague teammates there. Nice gesture. Muller, tap, Willie Wheeler. He kicked it to no advantage. Grills, going to have to be hurry. He got it to Muller. Muller stopped, propped, kicked it long. Conlon might have given away a free kick he has. Masters is now playing on Conlon there, guys. And Lee Masters wins a free kick. Conlon knocked him off the footy.
40 seconds gone. A.T. Jones time clock. 13-point lead to Yarawonga in the final term here at the Albury Sports Ground. Nick Irvine in the back pocket. Hands on the footy for the Pigeons. Donning the long sleeves today. Switches on. He opts to use it and he finds Masters, who's met by Conlon. But the Morris medal is too strong. Hands out in front. Albury putting a good defensive zone on. Breaking away from that is Coburn. He marks across half-back for Yarra. He tries to find Irvine. So Irvine's worked his way up the ground, Robbie, and Yarra just trying to play a possession brand of football.
Sort of fly in the window. I thought it was a bee initially, and it's a fly, so that's okay.
You try to catch it?
I'm going to bring him back home, little fella.
I got the Mortine.
Hey, Heiner Hennessy handball to King. Hennessy's going to handball it now. Back to O'Brien, and now it went back further again. Gee, they're going to get themselves out of trouble. Eventually they do. They kick it towards the middle of the ground. Good mark taken by Ryan Bruce, I think it was. He was about to head off to the races. Oh, this kick is dangerous. Grills did well. Fisted the ball forward. He's got Jeffy Garlett. Gets it on to Garlett. Garlett kicks the ball magnificently towards Conlon. Couldn't get it on the second bite. Stayed over the ball. Broke a tackle. Went back for another crack at it. He's still going, Conlon. A look away handball towards Riley Bice. He's caught on his right foot. He handballs to himself. Kicks it over his head for a magnificent goal. Gee, that was good. Unbelievable. Second, third, fourth efforts from Conlon. Bice finished it off with an absolute beauty. What a game. Absolute ultimate fastest tough nut of the day, play of the day, call it what you like, Brad Frick. Sensational stuff.
Yeah, beautiful play there. Really good interception by Jim Grills as well in the middle of the ground there. He's already had 2 disposals on the 40-wing stat sheet. Albury have had the only 2 inside 50s. Obviously going with the breeze in this quarter, been very favourable to the teams kicking to the old scoreboard end.
Game on at Albury with Riley Bice kicking the first goal of the final term. Back up in the middle, Willie Wheeler. Gets a handball away. It's another 40 wings disposals, but it's straight to Grills. Grills inside 50. Jeffrey! Out in front, Jeff Garlett. The Tigers are looking very slick going inside forward 50. And Jeff will have a shot 45 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Jimmy Grills started this quarter fantastically well, been involved in both their 4 rays inside 50 with the intercept in the last one, and then that one there, just really good and great kick out in front of Jeffy Garlett.
So Jeff, for back-to-back Tigers goals, right foot kick, looks good. 2 in a row for the Tigers. Hot start to the final term for Mac Jack Sheds, and it's a 1-point ball game at the sports ground.
Yeah, just to follow up Monty's point there about Jim Grill starting this last quarter hot. He's up to 3 disposals already on the 40-wing stat sheet. The quarter's only gone 3.5 minutes. He's been outstanding this game. He's obviously one of Albury's better players and really stands up when they need him.
You'd think Mont for the Newmarket, Yarawonga are going to have to find a way to kick 2 or 3 goals in this quarter, aren't they, to defend this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to start in the middle here because that's where Albury's been on top and where they've kicked their goals from so far.
Howe got the tap. Again, there's no decisive clearance. Morey was tackled. Nice work, Harry Wheeler. Inside handball to Lockie Howe. Inside forward 50. Oh, young man, McMenamin left his opponent and took a good mark. And guess who's got it? Wollongong Jim. Jimmy Grills has it again. He goes more down the line. That's a well-weighted kick. O'Hara. Ball suits beautifully. Oh, he showed a bit of candy, did Braden, and delivers on a half volley to Conlon. Ryan Bruce was there. Fraunfelder was there. Riley Bice got it. Handball. Back to Jacob Conlon. Screwing kick towards the goal square. Oh, don't tell me. Goodness me. It hit the post. Conlon from outside 50. Scores are level. 9-8-62 apiece. And we have gone almost 5 minutes in the last quarter for Mac Jack Sheds.
Game on at Albury. From fullback in a lot of trouble. Exiting defensive lines. Come the Pigeons. It was Empty Head who kicks long. Up towards half forward. Elliot Powell chops out for the Tigers. Hands on the footy, shimmies and shakes and gets it to Hillary. Hillary, well-weighted kick. He finds Reese King. 60 from home, tied up on the boundary. He's going to wait for the right option to present Reese.
He might have a ping.
Oh, it's going to be a big ping. Instead he goes top of the goal square. Where are the Flyers? Muller, ground level, free kick. It's going to go the way of Yarawonga Mods.
Yeah, and I reckon that's probably 50. Yep, it will be too. So I'm not sure what the free kick was for, but yeah, Jacob Conlon thought they'd won it and kicked the goal. But umpire said, nope, going the other way, boys. So they'll get the free kick from inside the centre square.
I think it was a block in the marking contest, Mont.
It's going to Lee Masters, so that probably makes sense, yeah.
So Masters comes inboard. It's a nice looking kick, and he's found Whooper Irvine, Big Mac.
Yeah, he has. And Whooper, he got a little bit of trouble. His kick's going to be good. Willie Wheeler was there, put him under a lot of pressure. He's sitting over the footy. Umpire Henderson says, give it to me. It is smack bang in the centre of the Albury Sports Ground. 6 minutes gone in the final quarter. If you've just joined us, scores are level. 9-8-62 apiece. Muller with another tap. Riley Bice came through with conviction. Tackled by 3 Pigeons. And it'll be another ball up. The ball went about 5 metres towards Albury's side end. Brad Freak, 40 winks.
Yeah, if we go around the grounds for Bing Lee, North Albury out to a 15-point lead. 13 minutes gone in the last quarter there.
Oh, Panda.
Muller, inside 50 for the Tigers. Heiner Hennessy. Not sure what Whooper Irvine was doing there, boys. But in the hands of Heiner Hennessy, he's kicked the goal from this exact spot already today, Mons.
Yeah, we know he's got the distance and that wind a little bit too. It's died off a little bit, boys, but I still reckon he's got the distance in him. But how good have Albury been so far to start this quarter with how quick they're moving the footy inside their 50 mark.
6.5 minutes gone in the final term. Riley Bice has kicked the goal. So has Jeff Garlett. Can Heiner Hennessy add to the account for the Albury Tigers? Strikes it beautifully! 3 goals in 6 minutes of footy to start the final term for the Albury Tigers. And they lead on the Mac Jack Shed scoreboard by 1 straight kick. Game on at the sports ground.
Totally dominant in this last quarter to start. In the first 5 minutes, the Albury Tigers 5 inside 50s to 1 in favour of the Tigers. 2 marks inside the forward 50 as well. They've been everywhere. As we touched on, Jim Grills has been the man. He's up to 4 disposals already on the 40-wink stat sheet. Riley Bice has had the 2 disposals in this last term as well.
Yeah, they've just hit it with electricity this last quarter. They've attacked it. Muller's dominating the middle here. Willie Wheeler got it, slipped over. Hennessy brought him down. Play-ons are cool, good umpiring. Chance here for Cam Wilson. He's kicked in a hurry, slung to the ground. Hillary came through, thumped it straight to Wiley. Wiley gets it inside forward 50. Fothergill couldn't trap it. Casey did well. Dribbling kick to forward line. Here's a chance for Gus Curry. Can he run under it? Great effort there by Conlon. Lucas Conlon put his head over the footy and was a kick off the ground. They rushed it through for a minor score. Great defending. 5-point lead the Tigers. 8 minutes gone last quarter. Here's Gussie McLeod.
I thought if you're going to say McRae, I'd have a lot of nice new cars, I think, Big Mac, but instead I'm driving me.
Yeah, that old.
We'll leave it at that, Big Mac. Ball's to the half-back flank for the Albury Tigers. They kick out wide to the Terry Cross Canberra. And it's in the hands of Hillary. In fact, it's Heiner Hennessy. Brad Freak, 40 winks.
Yeah, 5 inside 50s for Albury to 2 in favour for Yarawonga in this last term. They've been absolutely dominant in that area of the game. 3 disposals for Willie Wheeler and 4 for Jim Grills in this last term.
O'Hara marks at centre wing for the Tigers and he plays on. Overlap to Bice. Bice inside forward 50. Conlon's a target. Daly makes a contest. Muller, little dribble kick was smothered. Fronfelder's got to be clean. He busts away from the pack and said, boys, jump on me back. We've got a big final term. Morey's kick was okay. Got it out wide. Yarawonga have numbers. Back to Morey. Long raking kick up towards half forward. Casey kept his feet. Then he slipped over. Then the ball fell back into his lap. Gilmore's got to be clean. Dispossessed of the footy. Pack forms. The ball up. Great footy, Albury Tigers. Great footy, Yarawonga Pigeons.
Mont, just looks like Albury going for pace on the outside at the moment.
Yeah, they do. Obviously, they've had to make a few changes, obviously, with Morey coming to the wing, guys like that, who probably just take away that little bit of pace they had on the outside early on, Yarawonga.
That was Monty for the Newmarket Hotel. Wilson over the footy. Forward about a free kick. Wiley was clever with the handball. Back to Howe, back to Einspawn, a little chipper. It's okay. Morey marks. He looks for Williams. There's the lead from Williams. It kicks beautifully weighted, and Williams marks. It was a good chest mark. He was under a lot of pressure from Lucas Conlon. So to set it up, if you're at home listening, Williams will kick from 40 metres out. He's about a metre in from the boundary line. Right, in that old grandstand pocket, Botanic Gardens end of the ground.
12 months ago, Robbie, he kicked a goal from this exact position.
He did too, and if he kicks a goal from here, it'll put Yarawonga back in front. They trail by 5 points. 10 minutes gone. Last quarter, Williams kick on the way. Misses just to the left-hand side. Still a 4-point margin, 68-64. And we're doing it for Mac Jack Sheds. That was on the Border Carpet scoreboard.
Shout out to Phil Packer. He's in Bali from Mac Jack Sheds, and so is Travis Cartwright. Watching Optus on MTV from the pool bar, if you don't mind.
A couple of good Carlton men.
They're doing it tough, aren't they?
Well, that's why he's in Bali, Robbie. He's escaping Carlton. In from fullback, Logan Morey chops out for the Pigeons. Kicks to the hot spot. Lucas Conlon. Too strong. Good use of the body. Chops out for the Albury Tigers.
Nice little block too by Riley Bice. Just took Lee Williams away from getting into that contest.
68 to 64. The Tigers lead. Border Carpet scoreboard. O'Brien finds its way to Riley Bice. True centre half back. Wants to open up the outer side, the clubroom side of the sports ground. Hillary and Coburn. Well done, Coburn. Got the ball towards Curry. Curry's away for the Pigeons. Takes a bounce. Regathers. Kicks in the pocket to Fothergill. Dropped the mark. Fumbled on the second bite of the cherry. I thought he had it for all.
It was nearly a chest mark too, wasn't it, boys?
Oh, I thought he would have swallowed that, Monty.
It was a nice little kick by Curry. Just took the pace off it, sat it down in front. And
Good credit there to Spencer Jones. He had put a lot of pressure on him. Yeah, absolutely. I think he felt the pressure, Fothergill, and he thought like he had to take it out in front of him. Gus Curry, tight in the pocket, got through the handball to Fothergill. Might have got a push. Quick kick by Osborne. Oh, how about that? Fortuitously falls the way of Willie Wheeler, who'll have a shot on goal 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. And if you're standing in the Albury Tigers club rooms, you're looking on balcony, you are looking right behind it.
Wonder if anyone's watching or listening, Big Mac, on the deck?
Probably not. Here we go. Willie Wheeler, he's missed straight away. He put his hand on his head and he's kicked the minor score. So they've had a couple of chances here, the Pigeons. Margin back to 3 points. 10-8-68 Albury, 9-11-65 Yarawonga for Mac Jack Sheds. Here's Gus.
Just heard a message from Stevie J. They're going to send Kyle Tyson into the ruck, boys. Watch this space. Out wide, Fothergill. He's amongst the action against McMenamin. Riley Bice, clever handball to McMenamin for the Tigers. At half back, little chip kick's okay. Gains about 30 metres. Brian Hodgson. Between half back and true centre wing. He chips and he chips dangerously. Falls between a pack of players. On hands and knees, coming through to his iron spawn. He's been good in the final term. Bruce goes inside 50 to Leroy.
Whoa.
Good use of the body, plays on. What are you doing, Lee? Gets it back, goes via hand. Wiley from the pocket. Got it! Sunjan goal at A from Yarawonga. They make things a lot harder than what they need to be sometimes, and Monty, that was hard in mouth from Yarawonga. They hit the lead by 5 points.
I don't know about a Strang medalist handball on one off, 35 out, nearly straight in front, boys. But obviously, after that last miss, he might feel like his goal kicking's just gone off a little bit in this last quarter. But they got the goal in the end, and Mark Wiley just showed how classy he is whenever he gets the ball in his hands, and a great finish on the snap from that pocket.
6 disposals for Riley Bice in this last term for the Albury Tigers. Jim Grills is up to 5 on the 40 Winks stat sheet. 4 disposals for Willie Wheeler in this last quarter. Inside 50s are even at 6 apiece.
Yeah, well, there's the first one they got. I reckon they need another one here. The Pigeons. House tap towards Gaynor and Wheeler. Coburn was there. Kick off the ground by Alex Jones was clever. Here is Whooper, Irvine. Handball back to Frontfelder. Handball down onto Howe. Back to Irvine. Lovely handball back to Frontfelder. Jeffy got him. Great run-down tackle from Jeff Garlett. He spots O'Hara on his own. He goes low, but it's Irvine intercepting Mark. Gus, half-back. Yarawonga lead by 3 points. What a game. It's 1 versus 2. It's an absolute bowl terror, Gus McLeod.
7 inside 50s for Albury in this last quarter. 6 for Yarawonga. It's been very even in this last term. 2 marks inside forward 50 apiece as well.
Nyholm long down the line. Big case.
Good grab.
Matt Casey out in front. Good strong jukes.
Look at him.
Opens up the corridor, and Willie Wheeler's in a paddock. He's got the overlap on once again. It's Bruce. Will the ball sit for him? It does now. Pressure rise from McManaman, but he chips to Morey. Superb football from Yarawonga. They cut the Albury Tigers in half, and Logan Morey will go back. He'll have a set shot from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
All start with Nick Irvine's intercept mark in the back half, and then the guts there to take it on through the middle from Matt Casey. They had him lined up Yarawonga, and away they went. And great running by Ryan Bruce and also Logan Morey to push deep and get loose inside 50 to get this shot.
Logan Morey, not a noted goal kicker, but he's a big moment player. High up and under, on the goal line.
It's there, I reckon.
Umpire says goal. 9-point lead to Yarawonga on the border carpet scoreboard. It got across the line by the barest of margins. Morey goals, the Pigeons lead by 9 points.
Up to 7 inside 50s as well, the same as Albury in this last term. Willie Wheeler just keeps on battling for the Yarawonga Pigeons today. He's up to 28 disposals in the midfield. He's been outstanding. Mark Wiley's up to 18 disposals for the Pigeons in the midfield as well. In this last quarter, Jake Gaynor, who's been outstanding for Albury, yet to touch the footy in this last term. Need him to win the ball if they're going to win this game with the Tigers.
5 goals already kicked this quarter. Benny Kelly into the ruck, won it. Shark, though, overran it. Chance here. Shoved out there to back to Willie Wheeler. Kicks it inside forward 50. Fothergill. He just missed it on the half volley. Ball bobbing around. Hodson tackled to the ground. That's going to be a push in the back. And that's exactly how umpire Warwick Henderson adjudicated that one. So Hodson off half back. Thought about shoveling a handball to Conlon. He can go wide. They trail by 9 points now, the Tigers. They did lead this last one. Yarawonga have kicked the last 3 goals. It is Gussie. The kick goes to centre wing, disputed area. Fronfelder marks.
Fronfelder intercepts for Yarawonga. 16 and a half minutes gone. AT Jones time clock. Final quarter for Mac Jack Sheds. Inside 50. Lucas Conlon had the front set. Falls the way of Hillary. Now Hodgson bombs it long for the Tigers. Gaynor. Freaky call for him to lift, and here's a chance. But the ball had too much on it. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. 10-8-68 the Tigers. Yarawonga 11-11-77 for Mac Jack Sheds and Border Carpets. Here's Robbie McKinlay on O&M Live.
Boundary umpire Butterfield. He flings it back in a nice throw too. Kelly's there. Won the tap. Wiley, clever. Little shoveling kick out the back to Cam Wilson. Running onto it now. Good work there was Tyson. Handle over the top to Willie Wheeler. Quick one now to Coburn. He's a left footer. He'll like this situation. He does. And Nick Fothergill, who has kicked 3 goals already today. You look at Casey hanging around. We know he's a long kick here, Matt Casey. Aubrey got to be careful of that. No, Fothergill says, I might have a crack here. I reckon the breeze has dropped a bit more.
I reckon it's nearly at 0, boys. Just looking at the windsock, it's really dropped. You can tell down here at ground level. So still be right on his distance here for Fothergill.
The sock's pretty limp, Mont reckons. Fothergill will kick it from 48 metres. Runs around now. Kick on the way. He's kept it right. It's still in flight here. It's been touched. Conlon will have to play on. Handball was clever over the top to Hodson. Got it back to Lucas Conlon, and he kicks it to the middle of the ground, Gus.
And it falls the way of a pack on hands and knees. Fronfelder to get a push. Umpire said no. Calls for incorrect disposal. In fact, it's holding the footy. It's going to go the way of Yarawonga. Ball's in the hands of Nyholm. Kicks out wide. Wants to wait for the right option. Bruce, 60 from home to the Botanic Gardens end. Chips it to the hot spot. Wants to find a flyer. Beats the lot of them. Curry, did he get pushed in the back? Umpire said no. We'll ball it up. 20 metres out from the Tigers' goal. 77-68. 18 and a half minutes gone.
If we go around the grounds for Bingley, North Albury has beaten Wodonga 75-67.
Wow. 8-point win there to the Hoppers. Grills, clever handball. Powell got the ball, stripped him, the tackle off him. And umpire Craig Eastick comes in. So just repeat that score, Brad Freak, round the grounds. That's silly. Silly. Yep, Elliot Powell, he got sucked in. Or has he? Yes, he has. Wilson's got the free kick. Gave him a bit of a gobful.
Silly Elliot Powell. Silly.
And he's going to go back and have a shot, Cam Wilson.
Talk us through it, man. I was
so they were just sort of into each other a little bit, and Elliot just gave him a little shove, and Cam, as you would, sold it for all it's worth, and went straight over, and the umpire was standing right there. So correct decision made after what you see normally paid. So yeah, Cam Wilson right on his distance too again, boys.
Wilson from 44 metres out, runs in now, kick on the way. Have a look at this. He's going to go to Elliot. He's kicked it. He has kicked it. They all get around Powell and give him a bit of a mouthful, bit of a rub on the ears, a bit of a pat on the head. And the Pigeons may have done enough now, margin out to 15 points at the 19.5-minute mark of the final term. 83-68, Yarawonga lead.
After Albury kicking the first couple of goals in the start of this last term, Yarawonga been right on top. 11 inside 50s to 7 now in this last term. They've had 4 marks inside forward 50, and it's that man again, Willie Wheeler. He's up to 7 disposals in this last term. Takes him to 30 for the game. Mark Wiley's had 4, which is 20 disposals into the game today.
50-50 out of the ruck as Muller just took it and banged it on the boot inside 50. Fraunfelder finds its way to Masters now. Masters got to be clean, gets it back to empty head Pendergast, who kicks dangerously, but a good strong mark out in front.
He's
one of the most reliable players, Bruce.
Been good today.
Ryan Bruce in the back pocket for the Pigeons. Right foot kick, long down the line, 2-on-1. Well done, Harry Wheeler. Made a contest. Coming through is Cam Wilson, tackled by Gaynor, and will ball the footy up just forward a true centre wing. 68 plays 83. The Pigeons lead for Mac Jack Sheds. 20 minutes gone in the final term.
Yeah, Tigers' last goal was at the 7-minute mark this quarter. Heiner Hennessy put them 6 points up. Yarawonga have kicked the last 3 goals since then. They currently lead by 15 points. We're going to have a free kick. Far side of the ground. Mont just trying to pick, might be Cam Wilson.
Yeah, he got a high one there, just come in. So he's been fantastic in the last 5 minutes. Cam Wilson, hasn't he? He's getting on his hands on everything and going and winning the footy.
He's up to 4 disposals in this last quarter on the 40-wing stat sheet, Cam Wilson.
Hillary didn't have the footy. He'll get a free kick.
Smart by Mark Waller too, just stop the footy there. A lot of people to let O'Hara go, and he probably plays on, gets advantage.
They've really been impressive here the last 10 minutes, Yarawonga, with their composure, ball use. As Hillary goes wide to Spencer Jones, and he'll sweep the handball to Lucas Conlon. But Gus, they've got to find something. They've got to find it pretty quick. 21.5 gone.
Up towards half forward. Heiner Hennessy, big strong jukes. He had Jim on the overlap. He ignored him. Colby kicked into the pocket. Good looking kick. Luke Daly. He marks for the Tigers. 40 metres out, maybe 35 on a tight angle, Monty. And they need the co-captain ever so dearly, do the Tigers.
Absolutely. He's normally quite a reliable kick too, and that wind's died, so it won't push it anywhere. Just kick it straight through the middle here. But how good was that kick by Lucas Conlon there? Bang. Just on the laces out in front of Colby Hennessy's eyes, and a good grab too, and also the finish off by Hennessy inside 50.
So Luke Daly, he'll have to kick this one all of 45 metres, tied up on the boundary. But in big moments, you need your big players to step up. In comes Luke. Kicks okay off the boot, top of the square. It's across the face, minor score for the Albury Tigers. 69-83, Yarawonga lead. Mac Jack Sheds final term, balls in the back pocket for Yarra.
Yeah, Casey brought it in, he found Masters. Ironspawn took the little chip kick, just stayed in. The kick from Masters, and Ironspawn's kick's going to be intercepted by King. He's like a ragdoll little Reese. King kicks it long. Casey at the back. Masters alongside him. And Lee Masters takes a grab for the Yarawonga Pigeons. Almost 23 minutes gone, final term. And Yarawonga lead it by 14 points. And they're doing it. They're controlling it well. Pendergast got on the Ryan Bruce. He'll go short. And he finds Harry Wheeler at half back for the Pigeons. 23 minutes gone.
They've dropped a couple of numbers behind the footy here already. Matt Casey's dropped back, and I think they're going to follow on the Albury boys from what they were yelling out to the bench.
Spills out of bounds, boundary throw in, Brad Freak, 40 winks.
Yeah, 10 inside 50s for Albury to 11 for Yarawonga in this last term. 3 centre clearances when the ball's got back in the middle for Albury, 1 to Yarawonga. But in the possession stat, Jim Grills has had 6, and Riley Boss has had 6, and a 7 for Willie Wheeler in this last quarter for the Pigeons.
Boundary throw in. True centre wing, broadcast side, O'Brien to Hillary. Hillary on the boot, was smothered. Here's a go for Jimmy Grills. He's got Riley by 60 from home. Chips towards King. Lovell wrapped up by Jones. Spills out. Umpire's going to pay.
Holding the man.
Holding the man.
Tackle just held on a little bit too long from Alex Jones.
Yeah, good call. Yep.
So a free kick to Lovell, a true centre half back for Yarawonga. He's going to switch the footy out wide. It looks like the kick will pay off. It's going to go the way of Masters. True centre wing out of side. Masters finds Ironspawn, Robbie.
Yeah, they got numbers inside. If he wants to go to Harry Wheeler, he's just going to milk a bit of time off the clock. He decides to play on Ironspawn. Long kick towards Williams from behind. Gilmore did well. Bumped off the footy. Just keep an eye on Lee Williams. I think his boot just might have come loose. He was grabbing at his leg just momentarily there, but he's going to do the shoelace up. So that's all clear there. If you just join us, just repeating, North Albury have won their 4th game in the last 5 matches. They've knocked over Wodonga. They are putting pressure on a position in the finals here. Muller's tap. And it's going to be a ball up. So ball up out of Yarawonga's goal, 25 metres. Pigeons lead by 14 points. They're in a good position here.
24 minutes gone. A.T. Jones time clock. Ball up, deep into attack for Yarawonga. Williams does the rucking, falls the way of Garlett. He's deep into defence. He's going to wait for an option. He's got to hit someone. Left foot kick, long down the line. Working hard is Lucas Comlin. He's been swung into attack. And Wiley, happy to take the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw in front of the Terry Cross stand. Yarawonga, 12-11-83. The Tigers, 10-9-69. It's for Border Carpets. 25 minutes gone in the final term.
Yeah, maybe a minute or two, maybe max, I reckon, in it, Gussie. This quarter, as you said, ticked over 25 minutes for A.T. Jones on the time clock. And they've got numbers around the ball. Pigeons, quick kick inside there by Einspawn. And it's going to be marked by Hodgson. So last roll of the dice. I think the time clock is going to beat him. Hodgson will go wide. He opens it up, and you betcha. Siren time here at the sports ground. And the Pigeons prevail in a cracking game of footy. 12-11-83. Albury Tigers 10-9-69. And when you look at percentage before the game, Gus, I think there was only around about 3 or 4% difference. They'll now be level on points. Pigeons might have found enough. They might even just be a bee's diaphragm on top. I don't think it's going to matter too much. These sides will see each other again, but great game of footy. 14-point margin to Yarawonga. They came home. They kicked the last 3 goals of the game. They trailed by 6 points at the 7-minute mark of the final term. A goal to Wiley, Morey and Wilson got them home, Gus, in a real good game of footy.
An absolute cracker. What a ball tearer on O&M Live. 10-9-69, the Albury Tigers. Yarawonga victorious, 12-11-83. I can tell you one thing for free, Robbie. This won't be the last time these two sides meet for season 2023. Brad Freak, he's making his way out there with the O&M Live Player of the Day for any time fitness. And there's a handful of players you could pick. I'd be leaning towards Bailey Frauenfelder myself, Robbie. But
yeah, Willie Wheeler's an option.
He's an option as well.
Jeez,
Mark Riley was good.
Yeah, Ryan Bruce was good too. Fantastic. Down back, they had a lot of unsung heroes down back. But a good team. What impressed me the most about that was the way they lifted. I remember making a comment to Monty not long after Heine Hennessy kicked that goal that I thought Albury had him on the outside for speed. Well, Yarawonga came back in great fashion. Monty has got our player of the day, and it is Willie Wheeler. Over to you, Mont.
Yeah, boys, got Willie Wheeler with me, mate. Great win in the end. They come at you really hard, start that last quarter, but your boys were able to fight, kick the last 2 goals to get that win, and yeah, got to feel really good about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We sort of got 2 weeks ago. We sort of had a good look at ourselves after the Rovers, and we knew 3/4 time they're going to come, and straight away they were back in the game. We thought, yeah, does it happen again? But blokes like Logan Morey and Ryan Einspawn and Ty Lovell, our depth of players really stood up there with one-on-one efforts and good defensive pressure.
Absolutely. Yeah, your back 6, mate. They stood up really strong, especially as that game wore on. Obviously, Conlon got a bit of a roll on early, but you were able to switch some things around, and Lee Master was able to stand up with him in the second half. But the whole back 6 as a group were fantastic for you today.
Yeah, absolutely. Conlon, he's a gun player, especially on the lead. So to be able to throw Roy onto him, and he's such a good player, Roy. So it worked out really well. But yeah, their transition from half back really allows him to get going. So yeah, back 6 were unreal.
Yeah, absolutely, and the way, as you said, the quick through the middle of the ground, aren't they? They move the 40 really well, but your mids worked all day, and especially at the contest, you're able to get them on the outside a few times and burn them going the other way yourself.
Yeah, it's a funny. Muller's obviously such a dominant ruckman, like he's a star, and how he battled on really well. And you just do what we can do in there, and you fight and scrap, and sometimes it works out that they've got the dominant ruckman that they want to get going forward, and if we can win it, we get good looks going out the other way.
Absolutely, mate. We'll go and enjoy it. Well done on the win.
Very good, thank you.
Willie Wheeler, our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day, and what a game of footy he had. 23 at 3/4 time, complemented by another 7, taking his total to 40 wings disposals for the day, Big Mac, and he was instrumental for Yarawonga. I reckon he would have had at least 7 or 8 clearances off his own boot.
No, definitely, and Stevie J, the coach of Yarawonga, he's gone out there and he's met his players out there. He's gone around every single one of them, given them a pat on the back, and he's walking off with them, and that was a really impressive win there by Yarawonga. The way they came home, Gus, they controlled the game so well in that last 15 minutes of it. Because Albury, they came out, if you watch back in the replay, Albury's first 6, 7, 8 minutes where they kicked 3 goals, they were electric. And they did. They looked home. I said to Mont, they looked like they got them for pace. But Yarawonga, they just showed good composure. And Mark Wiley stood up there, and Morey kicked that big goal. And then, they got up by It's 14 points in the end. Terrific game of footy. It ebbed and flowed throughout. And as you said, I think we'll see those two sides again during the final series, and it'll be one you'll certainly look forward to. And probably the only downer upon that win today, it looked like, and we'll find out a little bit more later via Monty, but looks like potentially another little hamstring niggle there to Michael Gibbons. We're not sure the extent of it, but gee whiz, he just can't take a trick, poor bugger.
And Max Byrne, of course, I believe he's been taken to hospital with a concussion. And Jesse Wilson's done a pretty nasty ankle injury, so
blew up,
watch
didn't
this
it?
space.
Yeah. So Monty's working his way down into the rooms there. Here we go. Here's the Pigeons boys singing their club song.
Victorious on O&M Live. The full-time score, Yarawonga 12-11-83, defeating the Albury Tigers 10-9-69. We'll take a break and we'll hear from the coaches on the other side. It's O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a crumbed barramundi fillet served with chips and dill hollandaise from just $22. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where students come first. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.